We are ready to sort out the initiative in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. Look at that. We got Jill going first, Sidra, Theo, Three Fingers, Torn, Grandma, Cullen, and all of the rest of it. Sorry, Arlo.
Everybody else.
You were excluded from the list naming because I gave up halfway through. Welcome back to the Best of Barrett channel. We're playing D&D The Knot today. We're starting off on a combat that we left off on last time. They just rolled initiative, and I just added all of the initiatives of the enemies that they will be fighting. Well, partial enemies. We'll see how the
some of them are enemies, some of them might not be.
Yeah. But I believe I am ready and good to go. Now, Jill, I don't think your HP should be full.
Why? Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah.
No, didn't you use all your...
No,
oh wait, did you not heal to full?
I didn't use all of them. No, I didn't heal to full, so I had... no, I never healed. So I took, what, 2d6 damage? I took, 7 damage.
Sure, yeah, we'll go with that.
Wait, why do you not have a name for the guard captain boss lady, bro?
The guard captain boss lady is her name, actually.
Okay, so why do two random people...
Well, you guys know Sidra, and you guys know Torrin. You guys know Theo Three Fingers. You guys, I don't know if she had a specified name that Nick gave her, but she is now titled Grandma. You guys know Jeremy's name, which I'll just put Jeremy right here for the initiative.
Jeremy.
But I don't think you guys ever caught the guard captain boss lady's name.
I don't think so, because Moss never referred to her by name.
Nope. Yeah. So we are going to start this up. I kind of forget what exactly was said in the last session, but if you guys have any dialogue that you wanna get out there, feel free to. It doesn't really have to be on your turn. Just try to keep it to a minimum, because these turns happen in 6 seconds. So, but
I kind of wanted to, Jeremy, Yanny, and Jill would probably hear him say something like, "Oh boy," and I kind of want to just yell into the room, "Anyone who doesn't want to die, please step back."
Okay.
Not laughing like that, but just... I
mean...
in a way that's please spare yourselves.
So, you say that...
Jill's on a warpath.
You say that the guard captain boss lady stands her ground. So do the cultists and a good amount of the employees. Theo Three Fingers, however, cowers in fear. He can't literally step back. And Sidra and Torrin seem sort of out of it. They don't want to fight necessarily, or they don't want to fight you necessarily. Sidra's gonna throw up her hands and she's gonna say, "Innocent! What innocent?" She doesn't know that you guys know that, though.
I want to look at Theo. Just give him the meanest, most hate-filled death stare ever.
Yeah, sorry, buddy, you're a goner.
you can. I'm white knuckling my sword with my hands.
White knuckle grip your sword.
Already heavy breathing. You know how in cartoons when bulls are really mad, you can, when a bull is mad, you can see the steam coming out of its nose.
Yeah.
That's
with
what's
the
happening.
And everything, just the snarl,
Actually,
oh my god, was that you, Matthew? That was so accurate. Oh my god, that was crazy. I did not expect to hear that. I look behind me. I look behind me like there was a bull behind me, dude.
All right. If you say so.
There's an analog for what Jill's teeth look like in the knot chat in Discord.
Right, I forgot.
But no, but she has sharp buck teeth. So anyway, my turn.
Yeah, your turn. Go ahead.
All right. I going to I have to take. Wait, no, I don't. I'll go right here. No attacks of opportunity since I haven't left her range. I'm gonna hit him.
You're just gonna slime Theo out.
Wait, if you're running over here, where are you going? Okay, then you enter this person's
shit, yeah,
range.
you're right.
So they're going
Okay.
to attack you. But right now this is just a commoner. So did I take a picture of the commoner stats? Fuck.
They have like
We could.
2 heads, dude.
They have like what?
They have like actually no health. Or,
They have
like, very, very
4 health,
bad stuff.
but to hit,
Yeah. I think it's like a +1 or something.
it's a +2 to melee attack roll. So, and they're gonna miss you on your way over there.
I would hope so.
And
give
did
me
you run
1
this way or did you run past Sidra? Like, did you go this way
no,
or this way?
right here.
So, are you entering the
right-
cultists' range?
No,
No.
I wouldn't say so.
Okay. If you're
So
going
I'd
in
say
between the boss
cultist
lady,
range goes to the boss
I'm-
lady, not
yeah.
in
But if you're
the
going in
range
between the
of-
boss lady, then you're good. Okay. Go ahead. You're gonna swing on him.
Anyway,
He's
yeah,
gonna go.
hold on,
Wait,
give me-
wait! Please don't.
So I'm
Please.
just envisioning he hops. Oh, not.
I have
He
I
jumps
have my
over
hand-
Sidra and just.
I have my hands over my head, like with the sword, just ready to come down.
Just-
and when he's saying,
Just put
that,
your paw on his shoulder. Give him the look. Just like, buddy, you're gonna die. You're dead. Okay.
this guy is cowering in fear at this 5-foot tall, floppy-eared bunny with a sword that's as tall, pretty if not taller than her. And he just I look down at him and say, I told you. I don't. You. I told you, man. I'm more or less disappointed. I'm not mad at you.
I
I'm
warned you.
disappointed. I warned you. I told you this would happen. I warned you, and now it's time to pay. I'm not exactly sorry.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
I'll do it again.
Oh, you're just wearing.
Damn.
All right. I still have a bonus action. Give me 1 second. Let me look at my spells real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. So now, new DM. Please have patience. If he can use a reaction called Uncanny Dodge, is he able to use that multiple times in
Not per turn.
Not so.
No,
so
because
if you
only
attack
for
him
Isaac.
multiple times, say you attack him twice and you hit twice, he's only allowed to use it for one of those hits.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. And that's something that I would determine. As soon as like I can't, if I want to use that uncanny dodge for him.
You have to.
It would be unfair for me to
declare
wait
it.
and see which one of them I want to use it on. Correct?
Well, if you're talking like for a crit, then the crit's a crit. It hits.
Well, no, I'm saying like,
Uh,
so if you hit him now and you did 12 damage, if I use Uncanny Dodge, which halves the damage and makes it 6, that would be great. But if I wait for you to make another attack and say you put Divine Smite on that,
you'd have to declare it
but I have to
before
declare
the second
first
attack.
instead of being
Yes.
like, I'm going to declare that I don't take, or that I take half damage from the first attack instead of the second one. It would be unfair to do that. Okay, I got you.
Correct.
So he's gonna wait to use his Uncanny Dodge then. So you hit him for the full 12 HP.
Okay. Okay, I have, and then as a bonus action, I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself. Shield of Defiance on myself. So I am
Okay.
at 19 AC.
19 AC. Lovely.
Yes.
And it's going to go to. That's the end of your turn.
That is going to be the end of my turn, yes.
It's going to go to Sidra. All right. And Sidra sees you run past, and while you, or right after you finish attacking Theo Three Fingers, she's gonna say, or she's gonna like try to quietly say it, but enough so that some of them can hear. She's gonna say, "We're not with them. We're spies." And in doing so, she's going to join your side of the combat if you allow her to.
Yeah, 100%. I have no
Why
issue with that.
not?
You're well. Are you gonna give like verbal confirmation?
I'll look at her. Won't say anything. I'll just give her a nod. Eye contact nod.
Okay.
A knowing nod.
Damn, didn't even have to roll persuasion. Okay. And then she is going to try, after seeing that nod from the rabbit, she's going to full on tackle this this boss lady here. Okay. Shoot, what am I doing? Where'd my die go? Oh, there it is.
Under there.
Thanks. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right, she's going to hit. Let's see. Okay. And she's going to hit for 5 damage on the boss lady.
How
And
dare
then
you strike at me?
right. I knew you were fishy all along. And then Torin is also going to gang up on Theo Three Fingers with you. Unless you want to throw him off and make him respect the 1v1. He is going to... Oh wait, hang on. Okay. He was going to try to charm the Theo Three Fingers, but he fails to do so. Oh wait, hang on.
Oh, yeah, I should also say
Oh wait,
that,
he sorry. Theo Three Fingers fails the saving throw, so he is now charmed.
Okay. Also, Sidra and Torin also have 2+2 temporary HP and cannot be frightened or charmed.
How?
As aura of spite. As long as
Is that for any
friendly,
friendly NPC?
that is for all friendly creatures within 10 feet of me gain +2 temporary hit points and cannot be charmed or frightened.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the temporary hit points are reduced first thing, correct? Doesn't really matter, but
Correct.
okay.
It does. It's correct.
Okay. And then
I think that's
let's see. Okay. And that's going to be the end of his turn. Wait, did Theo Three Fingers do anything? Or did I skip him?
I think you did skip him.
Oh shit. Okay, hang on. But before he does that, Theo Three Fingers is going to grab a pouch over here, slice it open, and toss it over in nope. Over here. And they're all going to inhale the demon dust.
Like all the okay, those people.
All of these employees are going to inhale the demon dust.
Okay.
But that's his action. And then Torn charms him. And then it goes over to Grandma. And she goes, "Oh, you whippersnapper, you can't defeat us. We're too many." Yeah, I watched the 30-second video of her, and how do I get rid of this? Oh, okay. And that's all I wanted to do to prep for her. She's gonna use slam. If I can not lose my die again.
It's super effective.
18 does not hit you though, correct?
An 18 will not hit me, no.
Then she throws herself at you. The agile grandmother she is, and misses you and lands on the table. And then her turn is gonna be over, and it's gonna go over to you, Cullen.
Alrighty. I just want to make sure. So I have radius in this should be how big Fireball is, correct?
But
Do I not have it showing?
no, I
it
can't
should be on
see.
share.
Oh, I see it now.
So if I were to cast it on like her, it should hit that entire
on who?
cluster of people.
On who? How do you ping things, Eden? How do you do that?
Press P. So what are you doing, Colin?
Yeah.
I would like to cast Fireball into the back of that room.
So
the fireball is 30
right
meter or 30 feet?
30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the entire room, by the way.
That's the entire room?
Yeah, even if you
then this radius
30 foot
tool is not
a 30-foot
very...
radius in a 30-foot radius, a 60-foot diameter, the room
It
is
would do a lot of damage though. It would do a crap load of damage.
30 feet.
Yes, but I also have people who I like in this room. Like Sidra,
you should enlarge me,
proxy.
Cullen,
just so you can beat the more ever living shit out of Theo. Why did you make me do this?
I mean, it will be able. Oh yeah, I want to talk to you, Cullen, about something about my next time we level up. I know what subclass I'm taking for fighter.
Okay.
Because it'll be absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I've been staring at my
spell list.
Yeah. I will probably do that.
Okay. I was more or less joking, but hell yeah, I'll take the enlarge. I'll take the extra 1d4 damage.
I will run up, and as I am running up to just like the doorway, where is it? Is it Vocal, somatic. Yeah. So I start saying the words and doing the arm motions. And just as I'm running in and I cast enlarge onto Jill.
Okay. Just oops. Let me just. There you go. Jill is now
Yeah.
Jill is now a
Large.
humongous
I'm
rabbit
large.
yet again.
Yeah.
Second in
As
combat
Jill-
encounter in a
I'm
row.
like fucking 7 feet tall.
As
No, it
Jill
doubles. I'm like 10 feet tall, dude.
as
Yeah,
Jill
technically it'd be like
gets bigger,
that.
I
Nah, I
just
don't think it's that
glance
big.
over at Theo and I say, now you have an even bigger problem on your hands.
Oh, poor guy.
And I believe that does count as an action. So I would
Yes.
like to end my turn there.
You are ending your turn there.
Yes. Not much else I can do.
All right. Okay. Let's see here. She doesn't want to grapple. So she was planning on grappling you, but now that you are huge in size, she knows that she has no chance of winning that fight. So instead, she is going to try to run over here and attack Jeremy. But you get an option for
Opportunity attack.
opportunity attack. So I need you to roll to see if you can hit.
Give me 1 second. I'm looking at something. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was just double checking something.
Damn! Gosh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's good
There
damage.
that goes.
Hey, so, I think this is a good opportunity.
Oh wait, hold on. I have to roll 2d4.
For what?
Let me see. Enlarge.
Oh, that's right. Okay. And Matthew, what were you gonna say?
6 damage. 27 damage.
This sounds like an excellent opportunity to accelerate.
Yes! Do it.
And let's see. See an attack roll hit a creature within 60 feet of yourself. I'm pretty sure I can see that attack happening. So, plus, I want to protect Jeremy too. So
He's
I'm gonna.
feeling really good right now. I'm telling you that. He's feeling
Jeremy's our
great
friend,
seeing all
dog.
of this happening.
Jeremy's our friend.
I'm gonna cast it at. Let's do 3rd level. So, or 2nd level. I'm sorry. I want to save my 3rd level spells for now. So that adds. Do.
Jeez. 11 more
11
damage.
extra damage of
Uh,
the type of the triggering attack.
38 damage.
But you mean 38 damage in total, right?
In total.
Yeah. Good job, guys. That was a lot of damage. But she's not dead. So she runs to attack Jeremy, and with your humongous arms, you're able to slash at her. And then Arlo, you see this happening, and instead of just already having giant arms swinging down at the guard captain boss lady, you also speed up the attack into a massive swift strike right into her back. She crumbles And instead of attacking Jeremy, she is going to attack Arlo. You that is a somatic thing to speed up, right? To accelerate, decelerate.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so she saw that. But I'm assuming is a 13 going to hit? Or wait, no, hang on.
Actually.
A 13 is gonna hit?
Yeah. With what, a
Oh,
ranged
wait.
attack?
Wait, I was wrong. It would be 15 anyways. Yeah, ranged attack. Yeah, 15,
What's she chucking at me?
a javelin.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so she pulls her javelin out and is going to throw it at you. Let's see. And I need you to take 14 damage.
14. Okay. I'm gonna have to do it on here.
Ugh, you imbeciles! That's what she says as she throws it at you.
Oh, sorry. My hit points aren't.
Oh yeah, I don't think your hit points are. I think you're still technically level 6 on Let's Roll, but you should be level 7. So just make sure that you got that figured out.
7, assuming that I lost 2, I guess that would be 35 minus 14.
You also had your +2 temporary.
Right, so I just lose 12.
Yeah. As you're figuring that out, I'm going to turn it over. So that's going to be the end of her turn. And the okay. So by the way, this is Cultist 1. This is Cultist 2. I just put it in that order. Let's see. Whole person only works on humanoids, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Jill, are you technically a humanoid?
I would say, yeah.
Okay. I need you to make. She's going to cast Hold Person on you. I need you to make a DC 12. If the Wisdom is +2, and that's what they're using as a spellcasting ability, then it's DC 14.
If the spell save DC is 8 plus proficiency plus the spell modifier, so 8 plus whatever her proficiency bonus is plus 2 if her wisdom
So it's
is
telling
a
me
plus
that the spell save DC is 12, but I'm using Wisdom as a spellcasting ability. Or no.
If you're looking at like a monster sheet, then the save DC would already be taking into account the creature's
Yeah,
wisdom
Okay,
score.
then it would
Yes.
be okay. Then I need you to make a DC 12 saving throw, please. And would that be Wisdom or
pass.
just a straight roll?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, then yes, you pass.
Yes.
That Hold Person. It does not work.
With saving throws, they'll always it'll almost never in the history of ever be a straight roll for anything. That's what saving throws are there for. That the whole saving roll sheet.
Okay. And then just to get a little bit out of the way, they're gonna go right over here. And that's going to end their turn. And it's gonna go over to you, Arlo.
Okay. So I'm recoiling from the javelin striking me, taking out a large portion of health. I I've been thinking about this, I promise. I am going to hmm. That is tricky. I think I'm gonna place my hand on the ground. Strings of golden light extend from it about 30 feet in a radius around me as I cast Aura of Vitality at 4th level.
Okay.
When I cast it, when I create the aura, and at the start of each of my turns while it persists, I can restore 2d6 hit points to one creature in it. I'm going to choose myself for those first 2d6.
And then it goes. Does it go up by 1d6 or 2d6 per level?
Well, Aura Vitality,
Or does it
it's
go up?
normally a 3rd level spell, so it would normally be. Oh,
Because you're casting it at 4th level, right?
actually, can I retcon that? I thought it would be more HP, but it actually doesn't scale with level. Can I cast it at 3rd level instead?
Yeah, do what you want. I'm a lax DM, okay? Because I don't know what you're doing either.
So
That's
I'm
completely
creating
fair.
a 30-foot radius around myself, which I can use to heal a creature within it as long as the aura is still active and it's a concentration spell. So I'm restoring 2d6 hit points to myself, and there's no additional on that. Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
So I restore 5. So 28. And restore it on here too. Okay, and then my bonus action is that. Trying to remember here. Um, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Sacred Flame on Boss Lady.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to give her disadvantage on the saving throw, which is DC 13 Dex.
DC 13
Dexterity.
dex saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And she fails that.
So 2 things happen. First, she takes 2d8 radiant damage.
2d8 radiant damage. Okay.
So 10.
10 damage. All right.
And then there's another thing that happens with that.
I'll give you a little hint right now. The boss lady, this is very funny, I think, that it happened. The boss lady and Theo Three Fingers are both at both at the same HP. I almost said the actual HP. Very funny.
Then I think I'm going to have my magic from my sorcery point spent. I'm gonna give that to. It's going to surround Jeremy.
And what are you going to do with that?
Jeremy gains 6 temporary hit points.
Nice. Love it.
And that's going to be it for my turn.
All right. The second cultist, and where do I find a stat block for spiritual weapons?
Look up spiritual weapon.
Just look it up.
Yep. Like spiritual weapon stat block, I think.
Target
work.
takes damage 1d8 equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. That's just how it works.
Spiritual weapon.
Oh wait, I see it.
2024, you create a floating spectral force that resembles a weapon of your choice and lasts for the duration, which is either 10 turns or concentration. The force appears within range in a space of your choice. You can immediately make one melee spell attack against one creature within 5 feet of the force. On a hit, they take 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier force damage. Oh, and then as a bonus action, you can move as the caster's bonus action. They can choose to move the force up to 20 feet away or within any given direction.
That would technically
And
just be
then-
using it again, wouldn't it? Or no, they can
You want
actually
so
move
no,
it.
so it says as a bonus action on your later turns, you can move the force up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet. So
Okay. Ooh, sorry, I sneezed there.
the spiritual weapon doesn't get doesn't have its own stuff. It just goes on its own on the caster's turn.
Okay.
But the caster would have to make the conscious decision to use their bonus action to move it, and or do the weapon attack, the spell weapon attack. And I don't think it has its own like stat block. Also, who's casting that again?
This is going to be the cultist.
The one that didn't do hold person on me.
The one that didn't. Yes, you are correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
You are good.
Holy shit, we still have that's a lot. Cullen, you should have fireballed. This is ridiculous. This is like the goblin camp in Baldur's Gate 3 where there are 50 fucking goblins and 2 ogres.
It was too. You know, I might just fucking fireball at this point.
Well, hold on. Torin and Sidra both go before you. I'll tell them to move.
Yeah, you'll just
They're
look
gonna
at
move.
me and I'll just mouth fireball.
And my dexterity, I have a +3 in dexterity, so it's a dex saving throw. Which is what's your dexterity modifier?
My dex mod.
Let's figure
one.
that out. Let's
Plus
figure
one.
that out. Okay, so 8 + 3.
You can figure it out
12.
right now. I'm doing things right now.
Yeah. So the dex saving throw is going to be 12 for your fireball, because 8 + 3 + 1. And I can most definitely save that. Assuming I just have to get at least an 8, or at least a 9 or so, and I'll be good.
Yeah, keep talking.
Yeah, dex saving throw 8d6. Failed save. Yeah, I'll be fine. I should be fine.
Or I also have Chatter. And I was thinking on just doing that in the back with all the people zooted off demon dust.
That could be a good
It's,
idea. Shatter,
10
60
feet
feet.
radius.
Yeah, 60 and which could we could do it right here. 1, 2, and you could get if you
All
do
the
it there,
zooted people.
yeah, in a 10-foot radius.
And then she's going to cast it. Wait, how far can I cast it
wait,
again?
Fucking 20 feet, 60 feet, 60 feet.
60 feet that I can see.
That you can see.
So technically, I wouldn't be able to cast it over here, would I?
Nope, you'd have to see it.
Okay.
If you cast
I'm
it
in
right
the
here,
doorway.
Cullen, if you cast it right here, you can do it. You'll be able to do it.
Actually, I'm gonna say that she can. The cultist can see this right here through the doorway.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
mean, people don't take up the full 5 cubic space, so there is space between them.
No,
Why
I'm
the
just
scream
saying
of
that
the
the door
damned
is
coming from my
open, so
room?
that's why
Yeah.
she's able to see that.
So the
And
screams of
then
the damned are actually coming from my downstairs living room. So
it's good. I can't hear it.
I wonder what that's
So,
about. I
um,
wonder what that's about.
and then she's going to go up to right here and attack Sidra.
Okay. I'm gonna Riz Sidra up.
Dog, you guys would be such a good couple. I'm not even gonna lie.
I know, right? I should get advantage on that then.
Damn! I
yeah.
guess she's not gonna attack Sidra. Holy shit.
She's gonna attack
That's-
herself. With
That's
that natural
gonna
one.
be her turn. That's gonna be her turn because the spiritual weapon can't attack yet, right?
No, it can't. It can attack on the turn it's summoned.
It can attack on the turn summoned? Okay. And then
Correct.
how do I add that into initiative?
You don't. It goes on the caster's turn. It costs a bonus action to move or attack with it.
So, and I'm
It
sorry
costs
because I don't want to be that guy, but in Baldur's Gate 3, I feel like it does. It is.
Well,
Is
Baldur's
it added
Gate
right
3
after?
So Baldur's Gate 3 is not the best analog.
I know.
It's fun.
But
that
in the
you
spiritual
don't-
weapon, is it added right after the person's initiative?
It may be added. It may in game be added right after your initiative
Okay.
because it's something
But that's-
because it's technically on the same turn as you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the it's on the same turn. So it doesn't technically matter.
Okay.
It
I am
doesn't
just.
matter if it's in initiative or not. If you want it to have it, if you want it to be in initiative,
I'm just putting this. Yeah. I'm just putting this.
you can
just there so that I don't forget about it.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
have
It's
it. You can
kind
have
of
it.
like it's kind of like other summoning spells where it appears on the board, but it doesn't really do anything until you use your turn to command it to do something.
Exactly.
Okay.
Except instead of going right after you, it goes at the same time as you.
Okay. So, and then it has.
It's like with the Echo Knight subclass for fighter.
You already
the
lost
Echo
me.
doesn't have. Okay, never mind.
So this has I roll a d20 plus the caster's spellcasting modifier, correct?
Correct.
So
Hit.
that would be and I'm just gonna let you guys know that it's 4 plus 4 to hit, but that is going to be an
Because figure that
attack
out.
to Arlo, but 7 does not hit,
Got
so
it.
it misses. And then we are going to go. I'm gonna try to get through this so I can get back to your guys' turns. We're gonna go to Jeremy. We're gonna go to Jeremy, and he is going to try to attack his former boss, the guard captain boss lady, with his newly repaired spear, but is going to miss because he's Jeremy. Then, all of these tavern employees, these are the ones. What?
What's Jeremy's hit bonus?
+3.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
So, and then after all of this happens, you guys all take your attacks. There's a lot of chaos going on, but you do notice one thing that's happening in the room in this amidst the chaos. There's one group on the left there that are all duking it out at the moment. Then there's the other group. There's 6 tavern employees over here. They have been sprayed with mist. The demon dust has gotten into their lungs, and you see their eyes are turning red. Their skin looks like darker, and they all are almost retching. Not really retching, but you know how like now I don't really have any experience of this because I don't do drugs. But people like take a
They're
hit of
tripping
something and they're
balls,
like,
man.
oh, like crack, you smoke crack. They're like,
They're
oh,
tweaking out.
they're tweaking the hell out. And so that's going to take a turn for all of them that are over there while they are trying to adjust to the demon dust entering their lungs. But there is one tavern employee that is right over here that was not affected. And because they are just a lowly commoner, they're going to try to attack with the pan of food that they have in their hand, because I guess they brought snacks.
They're catering the event.
They're somewhat catering. They just brought it from the tavern. They toss the food to the ground, and then going into this space over here, they're going to try and attack Sidra as well. We can share spaces, right? That works.
Friendly creatures can share space with other friendly creatures.
Sounds good. And she is going to try to attack Sidra there, and that is actually going to hit finally. But it only does 1d4 damage, so just a little slap to the face. And it does max damage.
Did you guys ever play Super Smash Bros?
Yes,
So there's
sir.
like 30 Super Smash Bros. Games, guys.
Damn,
Okay, well,
this
Peach is in
fucking
all of them. You
shoot.
know when she hits people with her frying pan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sound.
And then Sidra loses the +2 temporary hit points, and she is taken down by 2 hit points. And that means I'm going to turn it right back over to Jill at the top of the turn order. Still massive.
Still large in size.
Still large and in
Large
charge.
and in charge.
Yes,
Yeah,
Cullen and I are on the
I'm like a
same wavelength
Fucking
right now.
commanding force. Okay, so Jeremy, Sidra, and Torin are going to gain two temporary hit points.
Again, how?
It's every turn. Every turn.
Oh,
on my turn.
every turn on your turn. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Every turn on my turn.
But Jeremy,
and then
hang on. Jeremy is
Oh, wait, no,
already at +6.
that does not override. Whichever one gives more is the one that remains.
Okay.
So
So
You either
whichever
have
one.
10 hit points or you don't.
Yeah, so the way temporary hit points is if he was at 1, then the 2 would override, but if he was at 2, it wouldn't matter. If he was at 3, then the 3 would stay, 4, 5. Yeah.
Arlo and
Anyway.
Yanny, do they get temporary hit points or no?
They are not 10 feet. I mean, if you want to say Yanny is within 10 feet of
No,
me, because
you can't
of
get to there without moving 10 feet. Though
No,
you are big.
No,
You are big.
no, it's an aura. It permeates. It's within 10 feet of me. It's not an action. It just happens.
Right, but this would be the end right here.
Okay, I was just.
But
I was gonna say,
I am going to say that because you are, well, I was gonna say because you're bigger. It's fine. It's fine. I'll figure that out later.
Anyway,
I also need to figure out whether or not I'm going to allow stacking temporary hit points because I kind of like that idea, but we'll see.
It's a neat idea, but I mean, rules as written,
We'll see.
temporary hit points override.
As I continue to run combats, we'll see. And if I think, oh, that would actually be good, then we can say that. We'll switch that over.
Alright,
But for now, we
I'll
won't
look-
do stacking.
I'll look at Sidra and Torin and say, you two need to get out of this room now. It's going to explode.
Well, I could.
Did you guys?
Chatter
You guys haven't
first.
had any verbal, haven't talked at all yet.
True.
So
What were you gonna say?
you got to
Colin?
have a conversation with Yanny about that.
I could shatter first.
Oh yeah,
And
that's what
then
you're gonna do. Never mind.
Do fireball.
Yes, do that
Once
instead.
All the people
I'm
we
going
care about
to.
leave the room.
Yeah, never mind then. I'm gonna look. I will. Honestly, these cultists look like they're gonna be the fucking biggest issue here.
Bees knees.
However, okay, I'll use one of my attacks on. I'm just gonna obliterate the cultist. Oh, damn it!
You
Obliterate.
don't want to keep attacking Theo.
Hang on. Wait. That might actually hit. Hang on. No, you're
Do
one
I hit?
off. Sorry.
It still takes 4 damage though.
Still takes 4
Theo should
damage. I
also
got you.
Yeah, Theo should also
and
have
you're
taken
hitting.
4.
You're hitting. This is the
cultist. Yeah.
So
This
this
Theo
is number
should
1. This is
have-
number 1. Sorry, I just had to figure
Yeah,
that out.
cultist number 1. Theo should have also taken 6 damage regardless. Not 6, 4 damage regardless from my one missed attack that I had on him.
No, he didn't. He didn't cast enlarge until after you had attacked him.
I have graze. I have mastery with my sword.
That's correct. So roll. Was that 1d4 for him?
No, it's just 4 damage. It's
Just
4
flat
damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I need you to roll 1d4 damage for missing that cultist.
No, it just happens. The 1d4 is only when I hit.
Oh, that's right. So, but they take 4
Successful hit.
damage flat, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Because that is what because I have.
Got it.
I have.
I got you.
Yes. And then again. Okay, that's
that
gonna
is
hit.
going to
I'm
hit.
gonna. I will upcast. Divine fucking shit, dude. I'll upcast Divine Smite to 2nd level. What was that? D2D 3d8.
See, so you did
16
24 damage.
24 damage there.
24 damage total.
Great. That's awesome. I like that a lot. I have one more 2nd level spell slot left. Wait, no, I have 2 more.
The cultist is obviously hurting now. Like, hurting a lot.
And then I have no, I don't have a bonus action. That is going to be my turn.
All right, it's going to go to Sidra. And did you guys decide that you weren't going to blow up the place?
Yeah, he's actually gonna shatter the back.
Yeah.
I don't know what Shatter does, but it sounds like a plan. Sidra is sort of caught in the middle here. She's gonna strike back at the commoner right here.
2 level spell, 2 2nd level spell slots remain. I mean 1.
That's with a multi-attack. But so that first one doesn't hit. But this one does for sure. And she's going to strike with her dagger. And takes out this tavern employee. So she gets slapped in the face with the pan of food, and she retaliates with a swift slash to the neck. And blood sort of coats her face as the tavern employee falls to the ground. And then she is going to let's see. Does she have a reason to run yet? I don't really think so. I think she's going to try to continue the fight. So what she's going to do is
Or she could reposition. I mean, she's in a pretty tricky spot. She could reposition.
That's what I'm saying. So she is going to run over here without
Okay.
triggering and
An
I need to move that
opportunity.
over there. She's not triggering an opportunity attack, but she is going to go over here, which will trigger an opportunity attack from Grandma here. And then Grandmama, that's going to hit. Also, I don't know who is eating from the loudest bag of chips right now, but please try to keep that away from your mic. She's going to hit for 18 damage on Torin there. Or sorry, on Sidra there. So that gets rid of the temporary hit points. So 16. And you see that after that, she didn't expect that type of strength from Grandma. She is actually hurting pretty badly. Not as much as the cultist here, but she is fairly damaged there. And then after that happens, Theo Three Fingers is going to take his turn. Let's see. And he is going to use aim, which gives him advantage on the next attack roll. And then multi-attack with his short sword. Let's see. So I need to roll to hit at advantage. Well, that didn't do what I thought it would do. Wait. 15 isn't gonna hit you, Eden.
Oh, 15? No, 15 will not
15
hit
won't
me.
hit you. So he needs to roll that, and that's rolled as at advantage. So that's a 19. And will that hit you?
Yes, because my AC is 19 according to due to
Yes.
Field of Defiance. So
And then he's going to roll to see if he hits his next attack, which won't be an advantage. And no, he critically fails that. But so he's going to roll for damage for that first hit.
Okay.
That's going to be 1d6 plus 3. And then, which will be 4 damage. Or, sorry, 7 damage. And then,
but
plus...
Shield of Faith is no longer there.
Oh, you lost yours? Sweet.
So it was 4 damage plus 3, right?
4 damage plus 3, but because he made this attack, thank God, with advantage, it adds 3d6 piercing damage.
Okay, wait. So then should I wait, because then that changes the DC?
What? Oh, it changes your save DC. Okay, so then
it would change the save DC.
Okay, yes. So he got 18 damage in total. So I need to make the save now.
Oh wait, no. Okay, no, wouldn't. But I'll still. Do you still want me to?
Well, if you failed either, I mean, you would fail either way, right?
Yeah, I would have failed either way.
Then yeah, you lose your Shield of Faith.
The save for a Constitution check is, or for a concentration check is minimum 10, and you didn't do and then or half of So what is that? 18 damage.
18 damage total to you. In obviously retaliation. And then after dealing that damage to you, his turn is going to be over. He's not going to risk taking any reaction from you. So it's going to be Torin's turn. I've got like 7 different stat blocks that I have to scroll through here, sorry. And then, let's see. And then, in retaliation to his attack, Torn is going to attack Theo Three Fingers here. And Torn is going to attack with multi-attack. So... will 16 hit? So the 16 hits, and then does 4 damage to Theo Three Fingers. And Theo Three Fingers is now obviously pretty exhausted. He's gonna say, "Wait! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. I'll never come back here again. I promise."
Is he saying that to anyone in specific?
Mainly to you.
I would like to respond with
he did hit you for a good amount of damage, which
he's
left
the one
him
that hit me?
open for Torn to hit him. But Theo realized that after doing all of that damage to you, you're still not too injured. So he's still a little bit intimidated by you, or I mean, he's always been intimidated by you, but even more so after attacking you with that much damage and doing so little.
Yeah, and it like not phasing me.
Right. It's Grandma's turn. And then from the top row, she's going to slam on top of you.
From the top rope!
From the top rope! Oh! She hurls herself onto you, and she is going to hit because she has a +6 to hit.
Holy shit, Grandma!
Grandma's a little bit stronger than you might
+6?
think. Grandma's a little bit stronger than you might think. You might want to watch out.
Jesus.
You might want to watch out for Grandma. And then
She's wearing a leotard under her robes.
Does anyone else have any comments about the grandma having +6 to hit? That's as much as I do.
You should watch
almost
out for
as much as I do.
Grandma, because Grandma just did 16 damage to you after jumping on top of you.
What?
I don't think he did
Chat.
this. I don't think he
Um,
that. Like, what are we talking about?
I do happen to have. The guard captain boss lady is going before me.
Before she
take the hit,
jumps onto you, she is going to say, hang on. She's going to say, "They pulled me from the hells to do their bidding. You think I'll give up this job for a rabbit like you?"
Okay, fair enough. I forgot that we are fully basing her off of Charlie's grandma.
Yeah,
from
which was in
Like a
hell.
Friend.
So
And
she
is from hell.
is perhaps possibly undead. But she says that, and it goes from the top row, and body slams you, dealing 16 damage.
So she's undead, right?
Yes.
Good to know.
Well, that was a little hint, but I'm just gonna tell you guys that she is undead, considering they
That's really good to know.
tore her from the hells.
So wait, actually, hold on. Why
Quick question.
is the smaller
No, keep-
grandma able to body slam a?
Well,
giant
she jumped from the
rabbit?
table, obviously.
How tall is that table?
Oh, okay.
Table is like Normal table height. I don't know.
Maybe 3 feet.
It's like a standing table, so whatever comfortable stance you'd
So
be able to
she's.
make.
I could stand at like a table. I could stand at like a 4'8" table. Me personally. Well, 4'8". Okay, never mind. Like a 3-foot table. I'm 10 feet tall.
It don't matter. She body slammed you.
Okay.
She
Okay.
hit her attack. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
She's now on
Oh.
top of you though. I guess
Copy?
she I guess
Oh
she
no, I can't.
I guess she can't really share that space with you, so I guess she'll stumble off to this square right here. And that is going to be the end of her turn. And then Cullen, it is now your turn.
Alrighty. I would like to cast Shatter. What it
Okay.
does is in a 10-foot radius, every creature must make a Constitution saving throw. They take 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. And creatures made of stone, crystal, or metal, which none of them are, have disadvantage on that. And any non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage
What's the
if it's in the spell's area.
what's the DC save for the Constitution?
It does not say.
So wait, what? Is it Wisdom or Constitution? The save.
Constitution.
Right, yeah, Constitution. So
8 plus 3 because that's our proficiency bonus at level 7. And it's Constitution. What's your Constitution bonus?
+2.
Plus 2, so 8 plus 5, so 12. Wait, no.
Yeah,
13.
no, that's
13.
right.
13.
Oh,
Eight,
never
I was 13.
okay, I'm going to roll
um,
60 20s.
Yeah.
I guess they also get a Constitution bonus to this throw if they
Yeah, Constitution
get
saving
a
bonus.
plus. Okay, and they all get +1.
So they have
So
to
remember
at
that.
least roll a 12 if they want to save.
So
I see 112. Okay,
and there's an
12 and
18.
an 18.
So
So
four
fail.
of them fail. 2 of them save. 2 of them critically fail. Is that going to affect it? Or does he do
It's
double
up to
damage?
that's DM. That's up to DM's discretion.
I'm gonna say because they
personally-
critically fail, do you get to do double damage?
That's what I do with failed saves for like saving throw spells.
So it would be
'Cause-
6d8 damage?
Yeah, roll that damage first.
Yeah, do
Alrighty.
a 68 damage. Yep, and you're gonna roll
So,
2
and
of
that's-
those.
Here we go. So
who are these two people? Are these tavern workers or no?
Yeah, they're the same. Yeah,
Okay, they're not special.
they're not special. No. Sorry, I know because I have different. They're not special.
Yeah, I was just.
All right,
It's just this is
68.
the one that I used for the chef, and then this was just another one that I threw in there for variety.
So the
Okay,
two that critically
so-
failed take 26 damage.
You get to choose. Well, that's one that critically failed. I need you to roll
No,
another
there's two.
68. No, one critically
Okay.
failed, but he only rolled 168, so I need him to roll another one. I'm gonna allow you to choose which ones take damage and which ones don't, or
So
which
one
ones
has
take
20
half
damage.
damage. So
it was
which two of these do
26
you
and
want to die?
28.
Which two of these do you want to shatter into oblivion?
Probably just the closest two.
This one.
Actually, it doesn't
and this one?
matter.
Okay.
Yeah, because they
You-
can just run up to us anyways. But
You
yeah, I kill.
you shatter them, and all that's left, Cullen,
Do they actually
all-
shatter?
that is left is a faint shadow on the walls.
Oh, it's just
Dude,
a
you-
loud noise. It's just such a loud noise that they just
DM
die.
flavor. It's called
Yeah, it's
flavor.
called DM
my man.
flavor, okay? There is
Okay,
just a
my bad,
shadow
gang.
on the walls. They have been taken to the sound realm, actually, where it's just constant headaches and never-ending torture. And then
elemental
two-
realm of sound.
Two of
Both of them
these
have-
regularly failed, so I need you to roll I need you to roll a 3d8 and then another 3d8.
So yeah, so it'll be
So the way,
3d8.
yeah, then roll 3d6. 2 of them passed, 2 of them failed.
Or
and
yeah,
then
sorry.
choose the 2
Wait,
that passed
why
to take half
3d6?
damage.
It's 3d8.
So
It's
this is one
3d8 is what I meant.
3d8.
Okay, so
So
which
two
one do you
that
want to
is-
kill?
Yeah, 2
Which one do you want to kill?
of them are gonna take 20.
Hello?
Get the bald guy out of here.
The bald guy? His the sound
Yeah,
warbles
bald guy.
the sound warbles him so much he distorts and then explodes into a pool of blood and bone. Cullen shattered the hell out of these people. 2 people were just completely gone. The other 2 burst into blood and bone because of the shock that they got, and the other 2 saved, so they took half damage. They took 10 damage. It is, and now Cullen, you said that Yanny is going to end their turn.
Yes.
Recognizing the immense power, Cullen, that Yanny wields, enlarging the rabbit and shattering basically all of the tavern employees, she is going to attack you. Let me pull up my character sheets again. She's going to attack you.
Colin, I'm gonna need you to not get hit.
With her long sword. Because she threw the javelin. She's going to attack you with her long sword. It's plus
not gonna
6
hit.
to hit. What's your AC?
Did that
Yeah, I
hit?
told you. It's 14.
Damn!
Thank you, Colin!
But it's a multi-attack. So that's gonna hit.
Oh.
Colin, I need you to pass your saving throw for concentration.
What is it? It's wisdom?
No, don't save any. Don't throw anything yet. Let the damage go.
And then he's going to roll for damage.
Is this the grandma?
No, this
is the boss man lady.
16.
Ah,
And then I
okay.
need you to make a Constitution saving throw for your concentration on Jill.
DC
Right, so
10.
you said I 16?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the saving
you
throw
took
for the
16 damage.
Alright, so that puts me at 22. Because we have not had a chance to long rest since before Gorm. So
True. You gotta roll. You gotta be. You have to roll. What's your Constitution saving throw modifier?
+2.
You need at least
I
an
have a
8. to pass.
+6 in intelligence and +4 in wisdom. But it's
Okay.
a constitution.
Yeah, you need at least an 8 to pass the chat. The save.
Watch this.
Nice. All right, you pass that Constitution saving throw, and then she is not going to move because she's surrounded on all sides. It's going to turn over to Cultist 2, which is the one over here. And that is not the one that cast Spiritual Weapon. However, they are going to cast Spiritual Weapon now. And they're just going to cast another Warhammer or whatever. So, let me add that in here real quick. And they too are going to put it. Wait, how far can I cast it?
60 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They too are going to put it right here. So you've got 2 spiritual weapons right in this vicinity. And this one can attack it immediately after it, correct?
Sure. Yeah. Well, is this cultist too?
This is cultist too.
It would be on the same turn as the cultist.
Right. and then it's going to attack for. It was the 1d8, correct?
Yes, 1d8 plus the spell modifier
Right.
bonus.
All right. But it needs to roll to hit, correct? Which is
Yes.
that's the +4 to hit, and it's going to miss you. And then this one is going to use its action to strike at Sidra, and it misses that as well. And then it's going to be your turn, Arlo.
Alright.
What's everyone
Well,
at right
let's
now?
see. Yanny took damage, right?
Yes.
Yanny did take damage. He took what 16 damage.
Yes.
Okay, and then how close are you, Jill?
Let me check. I am below half health. I know that much. No, I am not. No, I am at 44
I was gonna say
health.
Jill is at Cullen's max HP right now.
Yes. So I am 2 points, 2 to 3 points above my maximum HP. However, I may be able to heal myself because I have 2 second wind charges as well as which are 1d10 plus fighter level, and I have 2 levels in fighter. Plus think I have I don't know how many land hand charges I have. I think I have 12 left. 12 land hand charges left.
Okay, I'm going to, since it's the beginning of my turn, I'm going to use my my aura vitality on Yanny, so that's 2d6, right? Right?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Yanny, you recover 9 hit points.
Yay!
And that does not cost an action or anything on my part. It just happens at the beginning of my turn. And so I'm a little checked out, but the cultists are both low, right? And then
Only one is like very low.
okay. And then Boss Lady is pretty low as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah, she's pretty low.
Concentration. Wait, actually, I gave. No, never mind. It was the NPC. It was 2. Okay. I think what I'm gonna want to do is I'll just let me do. I'm going to use my action to cast Dispel Magic on one of the spiritual weapons.
Okay, what does that do?
I can choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any ongoing spell of level 3 or lower on the target ends.
Okay,
So
so
I feel
effectively
like
getting rid of it.
it seems like it might
Wait, what was the spell again?
Dispel Magic. It says magical effect, which I feel like that would count.
I would say it's like a lingering. Yeah, it's magic. Yeah, yeah, no, that would work. I would say that works. If I would, yeah,
The
personally.
spiritual weapon? Yeah, that's magic.
Yeah.
Are you
So
are you casting it on the person that is casting the spiritual weapon, or are you casting it on the spiritual weapon?
I was gonna try to cast it on the spiritual weapon.
Yeah, it would have to be the spiritual weapon itself, I think.
Okay. Also, does the spiritual weapon have health?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Very interesting. I did not know that. Does it have health in Baldur's Gate?
Who knows? But Baldur's Gate runs on 2020. Does
I
not
know.
run on 2024 rules.
I know. That's my only frame of reference is Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think they have like 5 or 7 health.
They have 14 health in
Do they?
Baldur's Gate.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Choose
But yeah, so
one.
you just get rid of it? You don't have to. I don't have to.
If it
cast or anything?
is, if the spiritual weapon was cast at level 3 or lower, it instantly ends.
Wait, no, it would have to be on the person that cast it, since it's an ongoing effect. It's an ongoing spell, which would make it a concentration. But I actually don't. It doesn't specify.
Well, Dispel Magic doesn't specify a saving throw, it specifies an ability check on my part.
Yeah, true. Okay.
So is Spiritual Weapon a 3rd level spell?
It's a 2nd level.
Okay, so it's just gone. Zap.
Boom. And which one did you want that to be? Do you want that to be Cultist 1s or Cultist 2s?
Let's see. Whose is... I guess Cultist 2s, because they would be... no, I'm sorry, Cultist 1s, because they're going right after me.
Right, okay. Alright.
And then my bonus action, I want to hit the boss lady with another Sacred Flame.
Okay. She has to make a save for that?
Yeah, it's a DC 13 Dexterity saving throw.
DC 13. Okay. She passes.
Ah. Alright, well... That, I think I'm going to move... I don't believe Spiritual Weapon gets attacks of opportunity.
They should. I think so.
I guess I'll stay where I am for now then.
Eden, do attacks opportunity apply to spiritual weapons? Eden?
Sorry. I forgot my mic was muted for a second there. No, spiritual weapons don't get attacks of opportunity, since they are not sentient creatures and are controlled by something else.
Okay.
Like more so than like they can't do anything without being commanded to by the person that cast it. So they don't get any attacks of opportunity.
Okay. Alright. So you're free to move if you want to then.
I'll move one space directly behind me to get out of range of the spiritual weapon.
Right there?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's all for me.
Alright. So it is going to go to Cultist 1. Let's see. And they are right in front of Jill there. You're going to make an attack with their blade, and that's going to miss, correct?
Was it? Yes, it's gonna miss.
Okay.
Unless they have a plus 12 to hit.
But what they are going to do is cast another spiritual weapon.
So they attack. Who attacked me?
This one.
And are they casting spiritual weapon?
Yes.
Isn't spiritual weapon an action?
It's a bonus action.
Okay.
But I will tell you they can only use it 2 times per day.
Okay.
And then that one is going to be summoned.
Well, that's a big one.
Right here, and in an attempt to break the concentration on Jill, it's going to attack Yanny.
3OB, please survive this.
Oh my god, you are untouchable, dude. It's going to miss.
Like, oh my god, I think it's my luck rubbing off on Yanny here.
And then it's going to go to Jeremy. Jeremy is going to try. Well, actually, the boss lady is still there, so I guess Jeremy's just gonna get into it again with her. And he's going to try to attack with his spear once again. Whoops, I didn't mean to roll that twice. Ignore that second roll. And that's going to hit. For 4 damage.
Well, no, he should have. Everybody flank. He should have advantage because there are 2 people flanking.
Oh shoot! I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he still hit it on the first one anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
So,
I'm just saying. And
thank
then,
you for
and
reminding
then
me. I
the
forgot about that.
cultist. Yeah, and then this cultist should also have. I should also have advantage.
Yeah, I completely. Well, yeah,
Sidra.
completely forgot about that.
Anyway.
So that is going to be his turn. Just stabbed the boss lady. And then you've got the 2 tavern employees here. And this one right here, this one is going to be tavern employee 5. She is going to this is Rosemary, by the way. By the way, if you guys remember Rosemary.
Vaguely.
She is going to
I was about to say the Quakerist one, but it's no. They were all
pretty clankerist.
With her newfound strength, she is going to hurl her plate at you, Jill. And is going to hit you. And
I thought her AC was 19.
No, I failed my concentration save on Shield of Defiance.
Also,
okay.
well, your regular AC is 17, correct?
Yeah. Did she have any
but
bonuses?
she had a bonus, so I'm just rolling that there
yeah.
so you can see that, and then she has a +4 bonus.
Okay, yeah, that will hit.
And then that's the damage to hit.
Sweet.
So you'll receive 5 damage. And then she is going to run right over here.
Okay.
Who is making love to their microphone right now?
Sorry, I got a little excited.
Oh, all right.
Me next.
Kitchen guy.
If you insist.
Kitchen cook guy. He is going to jump up on the table, go over here. This is like a square. And then He's going to multi-attack you with a sword.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
Miss.
That's +4 to hit, so 15 misses, and then that misses, and both times he misses you. He misses your ears as he swung for both of them. And that is going to end his turn, and it's going to go back to yours.
Okay, so I did last time I used 14, so I have 11 points of lay on hands left. As a bonus action, I'll use all 11 to bring me back up to 50. And then okay, so we got Theo, employee 5, employee 6, cultist, and grandma. Grandma seems
Grandma may be a
an
little bit
issue.
stronger than you might think she is.
However, I can't use. She is undead, so she would take extra damage from Divine Smite. However, I already used my bonus action. Can't do that again. What I am going to do is I'll attack the cultist, whoever the fuck.
That one,
That's my
the
nether
cultist
blade.
one.
At advantage.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit.
Just wait. Yes, it does.
13 damage. I'll attack him again
Make
with my
sure
second
to add
attack.
on enlarge
Oh yeah,
as well.
plus 1d4 damage. So 15 total damage. Is he dead?
He is dead. She is dead.
The cultist is dead.
You
And then I'll
in a rage of fury, you cut her down to size as she and her spiritual weapon disappear.
I want to cut her in half, long ways.
Damn. Yeah,
Like
you can do that.
Head to taint in half.
The left side of the body flops onto the guard captain, and the right side flops onto the table right in front of the cook.
Gross.
You say gross.
I'll attack with my second attack. I'll attack the employee number 6.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
No advantage, unfortunately.
Are you
19.
leaving Theo
Doesn't
Three
matter.
Fingers alive?
Just don't teach
For
him
very
walk your way.
specific reason.
I knew you were.
yes.
I knew you were, motherfucker.
For a very specific reason.
Yeah, a
my
28
damage
is
for
going
that.
to fucking hit. Yeah, holy shit.
I almost max damage with that. 19 damage.
Yeah, and that one's dead.
And then I'm going to use. Hey, I have action surge. Action surge.
What was that?
Gonna
Health
attack
for level
Grandmama.
up.
Huh?
Health for level up. What was that? For being big.
No, that's for whenever I roll. Whenever I roll for What? Oh, I don't know why that's called that. I changed one of my previous. I had a health for level up roll in here because I wanted to like show you that I wasn't like just choosing a number.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Gonna attack Grandmama here by action surging. Wait, no, that's a bonus action. Sorry.
I think you've expended
Wait, no.
all of your actions and bonus actions by now.
Hold on. No, action surge is not a bonus action.
Once per long rest, you can take an additional action. Or is it twice now?
It's once per short rest.
Ah,
And that's just something that you can use at will?
It is something I can just do.
Okay.
At will. Give me 1 second. Action surge. Double checking. Yeah, you can use it again if you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest, and then at level 17, at 17th level fighter, you gain another use of it. Action surge, hitting Grandmama. Damn it! I wanted a crit. Nice.
Imagine
nice.
if I said that wasn't gonna hit. That'd be funny.
Yeah, I'd hate you for that.
Oh, you hit Grandma!
Genuinely, almost max possible damage. Holy fuck.
How much
20,
damage did you just do?
21 damage.
21
17
damage.
plus 4.
Nice.
Enlarge. Okay. And then I'll do it again.
Oh my god. Oh, I wanted to crit. Oh man, I'm really frustrated that I didn't get to crit. Oh no.
27 damage! What is that? 27 plus 21? 48 damage that turn.
Oh my word.
Gil is the GOAT, gotta say.
You know, I want to point out,
Oh, you just hardly hurt me. I'm still kicking. I will go to hell and come back to haunt you.
wow.
I've been haunted before, Grandma.
I'll haunt you harder.
That is not the accent, bro. That is.
Haunt me harder,
I've
Grandma.
haunted you
I'll
before,
haunt you
Grandma.
harder.
All right. So I have no idea how much damage Grandmama has taken here. So
A fuck
I mean,
ton.
48 from my one turn, but hey.
That's the only damage that she's taken.
Okay, 41 damage. And then I'll pass it off to whoever's next.
It'll be
Sidra.
Sidra.
Wait, I just want to clear this up. If it says casting time 1 action, I'm assuming that just
That
uses
uses an
that is
it
my
just says
action.
yeah, that's
But if
your
it
action.
just says sometime, it is not an action.
Well, what do you can you give me an example?
Because for whatever reason, I gave myself animate dead, and it says casting time 1 minute.
Because animate
That's a
dead, I believe, is
ritual
a
spell.
it's a ritual, so meaning it would take it takes time. It's
Yeah.
meaning in combat it would take for some if you were for some reason casting a ritual spell in combat, it would take if you were for some reason casting animate dead in combat, it would take 10 turns. So
However, if you wanted to start a combat by summoning the dead, like if you were in a graveyard or something and wanted an army, that'd be something good. But then you'd
Well,
have to
but
make
like
sure
there's
that nobody
reason,
saw you casting the ritual.
there's reasons
I'm
to
just
cast it in combat, but yeah.
As long as the combat is going to last 10 turns and your whole party can keep you alive during that time, then yeah. But Sidra is going to multi-attack this cultist over here. Actually, no,
why can everyone multi-attack, bro?
it's
It's the same reason. Okay, like take instead of like looking at my 2 hits every action as like, oh, make a hit and then I make an extra attack. Look at it as just a multi attack.
It's a common thing for enemies to have, for anybody to have.
They're effectively just level 5 creatures.
That's when they learn that they can swing with both
Martial
arms
creatures.
instead of one.
Yeah, it's when they can when
Like-
they learn that they can do 2 things, two of the same thing instead of just like one.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're going to multi-attack this cultist here.
Can the cultists have multi attack?
No, they do not.
Okay. You should get rid of tavern employee number 6 from turn order.
You're right, my fault.
And the blood splash.
5. Okay, that's not going to hit. And then that's going to hit. She misses the first swing and then hits with the second. Which is just going to be 1d. And deal 7 damage to cultist numero 2. And then that's going to end her turn. It's going to go to Theo Three Fingers. Seeing that you are distracted, trying to fight Grandmama, he's going to see if he can push his way past Torin. But it is up to you to decide whether or not you want to take your reaction and attack him.
Give me the attack. Yeah.
You want to do it?
He's going between us. Where's he going?
He's going over here. Actually,
He's
wait,
not
it
leaving
wouldn't. Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wouldn't trigger.
Okay, good. Okay. And then he is going to try to attack Jeremy here. If I can get to it. And then with his he's going to cast aim on Jerry. Or not cast aim, but he's going to use aim. And then multi-attack. 1. That's going to hit. That's going to hit. And then okay. So Jeremy might be hurting after this, I'm not gonna lie. So that's 6 damage plus.
Oh yeah, I also have cure wounds. Holy shit, I forgot.
Wow. Okay, 6 damage, and then seven
Okay.
damage.
That's cure wounds. An action.
It's
It is.
12 plus 7, 19. Jeremy is hurting a lot. Jeremy is not downed yet, but Jeremy is hurting a lot. And that's going to end Theo Three Fingers' turn. And because Jeremy is a friendly, should I tell you guys the health that he has?
Yeah, sure.
Does that make sense?
He would. He would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeremy is at 2 health.
Damn. Okay.
And then yeah, so his turn is over. And we're gonna go to Torin. Or wait, hang on. I also need to see if Torin can hit him for his reaction, which he does. And then okay. Did I rolled that right?
Rolled what?
That 1d4 plus 3. Yeah, I did. Okay. All right. Torin's turn. He's going to try to help you with the Grandmama. And then take an opportunity attack from Theo Three Fingers. Theo Three Fingers misses
Pretty badly.
and then Torin is going to make a multi-attack on Grandmama. So crits the first one.
Yes.
and hits with the second one. Let's see. How do I do crits again? Just double dice or double damage?
dice. Double
Double dice?
dice.
So it'd be
Technically, double dice is double damage.
so the first hit deals 8 damage.
What weapon is he using?
A dagger. That's all he has.
Hmm.
And then the second hit deals 4 damage. So 12 damage.
So, why'd you only roll 3 dice?
Hang on. What do you mean?
You rolled 2. You rolled for the first one. Oh wait, never mind.
He only crit on one of the attacks, right?
Yeah, I was
Okay,
looking. I thought
okay.
you were having the dagger do 2d4
No.
naturally without the crit. Never mind.
No, it just is 1d4 plus 3. I'm just reading off the stat sheet. That's going to end Torin's turn. And then Grandmama going to body slam Torin, because that's her most, because Grandma body slams people, as everybody knows.
From the top rope, you know.
20, that's going to hit. And then deals 12 damage to Torin. And she's going to offer him a lollipop, to which he begrudgingly tries to push away because it's hairy and all cracked. If you guys have seen the clip. Yeah.
I've seen the clip.
Yep.
I've seen the show.
Yeah. All right. And then Cullen, it is now your turn.
All right. Am I able to grab the spiritual weapon?
That's actually a really fun concept. Because it in one of our battles in Tales of Yaria, I did a roll of cool where I grabbed the spiritual weapon. Although
I mean,
I
rolled
think it
to
was
cool.
I think it was yeah. I think it was one of my teammates. However, I think that'd be fun. I don't know what you're going to use it for, but I think it'd be fun. And I'm going to have you roll an opposed check.
Because I think it would be really funny if I would try to grab it and the spiritual weapon would try to like wrest itself from my hands. And I kind of want to like spin and like so long Gay Bowser throw it into. I wanted the cultist, but I'm not really in like line of sight. So just at the captain.
Okay, we're going to do an opposed check, okay? The
Alright.
cultist is going to roll a wisdom saving throw, and I need you to roll wisdom or charisma. Does that sound right?
I will most definitely be doing wisdom.
Okay.
Bam! Please, speed, I need this.
No way! No way! Oh my god! What? That's crazy.
Absolutely.
I thought there was no way you were getting that. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. You grab the spiritual weapon, and what are you doing with it?
I just want to absolutely I want to throw it at the cultist who summoned it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to throw it past the captain and at the fucking cultist.
Okay. I'm gonna say spiritual
I just
weapon
want to
does.
like overhand, like above my head, and then just throw it like a throwing axe.
Okay, so you grasp the handle of the spiritual warhammer weapon, and you feel your own power overpower the arcane magic that runs through it, and you turn around, heave it over your head, and launch it towards the cultist. I need you to roll. You know what? I'm just gonna have you roll a 1d8 and then +4 for your wisdom. 4 damage. Or actually, I guess I have to make you roll to hit first.
Oh, would that just be a D20?
D20 plus your spell attack. Is it right?
Yeah, sure. It's up to you. This isn't really
Not really
this
something
isn't
that happens.
anything within like within any
And my spell
official
attack is +3.
Okay.
Yeah. Do that then.
So yeah, 1d20 plus your spell attack.
So this is +3 because I'm
See,
lazy.
you hit.
21.
21.
And then yeah, I'm gonna have you roll 1d8 +4 for your wisdom that you saved, that you corrected.
1d8. And you said this is +4.
Yes.
5 full damage.
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, you throw it at the cultist. It is now sharing its spot, and it's
Wish that
terrified
killed them. I'm
because
so sad. I'm
it's-
so sad.
it was pretty oh. It had a lot of health already, so the other one was lower. You probably wouldn't have killed that one either. But anyways, are you going to do anything else? I'll count. Well,
I'm assuming that counted as an action.
yeah, that would count
Or
as an
would that be a
action.
bonus action?
I want to say both, because you grabbed it and then you attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was
I'd
cool
say
though.
this way. Yeah, I'm just sad I rolled.
Wait,
poorly.
hold on. Concentration saving throw.
Oh right. To keep up the spiritual weapon, correct?
Correct. 1D DC 10 Constitution Constitution.
Wow, and it fails that. So you hurl it at the cultist and then it shatters and it's gone.
Okay, so that's actually really
You
cool.
did
Yeah.
something, Cullen.
I want to envision that it just knocked him over, not prone, but
You hit him dead on the head, like square on the head, and he's like dazed now. We can say that he's dazed. I'll say that he's dazed.
okay.
Which I forget what that
And
does.
then
Does that mean that
just
he
such
can
a
make an
cool
attack?
image in
Hold
my
on.
head. I have not been to.
Dazed.
That's just such a cool image in my head. Just me turning around to grab it after obliterating a group of people. And then I turn around to grab this spiritual weapon and I just hurl it over my head. It just looks like I threw it so hard it shattered.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Dazed or stunned means they are incapacitated, so they can't take an action or reaction. Automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and then attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
So it's stunned just for this next turn, and then the next turn
Just for one turn, it is.
and then
stunned.
the next turn
Yes.
order it'll be in, and you all have advantage against him.
Yeah, which I mean, already kind of did because of Sidra.
Right. Yeah, is that going to be the end of your turn?
Yes, that will be the end of my turn.
All right. Guard Captain Boss Lady. Still pretty angry. Let's see. She is going to, after seeing the damage that Theo Three Fingers wrought upon Jeremy, she is also going to attack Jeremy. And that is going to hit.
No, Jeremy. Jeremy, no.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. With a multi-attack, if she attacks once at Jeremy and then once at somebody else, can I do that for a multi-attack or no?
I don't see why not.
Okay, so it's you don't just have to hit one person like twice. You can hit
Twice.
We can hit two people one time.
Yes.
Okay. All right then. She
Wait, hold on.
hits Jeremy.
Wait. No.
No.
It's up to you. Rules as written. I wanted to make sure. Rules, it counts as one singular like attack technically, even though it is two attacks
Okay.
and you do roll for each attack made.
Okay.
Up to you if you wanna do split attack, but rules as written says no.
All right.
But no, Jeremy's dead.
Jeremy's not dead. Jeremy is on the ground bleeding out, but Jeremy's not dead.
Did you
Well,
take
NPCs
into account the temporary hit points I gave him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeremy is bleeding out on the ground.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
And
argue. I'm not gonna argue with death saving throws for a favored NPC, but
if they're on
Hey,
your
I'll
team,
take-
they get death saving throws. That's how I do things.
fair enough. I'll take it. Won't argue against it.
Especially if you guys like him. And have plans for him. Yeah, she does that, and then Cullen, you're in this square.
Yeah, I'm just more in the doorway.
All right. And then she's not going to move. Then Cultist 2 goes right here. Whoops. And they expended both of their spiritual weapons, I believe, already, I think. So all she can do, or all he can do, is, I guess not all he can do, but he is entering your opportunity attack if you want to take that, Eden.
Well, yeah, obviously, I don't have any other reactions I can take. Neverblade. If you crit, I'll kiss you.
Yep, you
That
hit,
was not a crit.
and you deal 11 damage,
Actually, I deal 13.
13 damage. Okay. And then this cultist is going to attack you, Cullen. Oh my god.
No one can
So
get
much
hit but
aura.
me, I
I
guess.
hit him with
Fuck.
his own spiritual weapon.
I
and
have
then he
rolled
just-
so many nat ones. Like,
Exactly.
seriously,
Same.
it is
Holy shit.
insane. Like, go through the dice log, you'll just see 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh my god. You can't even scroll out that far down, but jeez. Okay. And that's going to end their turn, I suppose. It's your turn now, Arlo. Matthew.
Okay. Well, obviously, at the beginning of my turn, I'm going to restore hit points to Jeremy.
He's up.
So that's 2d6. 10 hit points.
10 hit points. Lovely.
And I'm gonna...
No! You were supposed to die. How'd you do that? That's the woman that said that. As she sees Jeremy somehow raise himself from the dead.
Oh goodness, I'm getting tired. I think what I want to do. Can I do this?
No, probably not.
Hush puppy.
What?
Those are pretty good. Okay.
I don't really like them all that much.
Really?
Really?
What? Where'd it go? Oh, okay. So what was I trying to do? I was gonna do that as action, then I was gonna do section.
Wait. I said that the cultist was stunned, didn't I?
I have no idea.
I totally said that.
Okay.
It doesn't. So didn't matter that I missed anyways, because they're stunned. My fault. I'll put them upside down for stunned.
Okay, so it doesn't take the damage then.
What?
I hit it and it took damage, so it doesn't take the damage.
Oh yeah, you're right. How much damage did you hit it for?
I did 13 at 11 plus 2.
Okay.
I think what I want to do is do on boss lady. I'm gonna weave magic back around and shoot a beam at her. Cast guiding bolt at 4th level.
4th level? Damn.
Yeah.
Bolt.
And does she need to make an saving throw?
No,
It's a
this is
spell
attack roll, but I want to
attack
make
roll?
sure. Can I add? What's the source we put on this? I only have one left.
So it's gonna
Oh,
that's gonna deal 7d6 if it hits.
Oh, actually, I'll use my bonus action to use my innate sorcery, which gives me advantage.
Okay. I'm gonna tell
And
you
then
right
my-
now, you don't need 7d6 to kill her.
It's called a safeguard.
I mean, sure.
Okay. Well, then
Do
I'll
you-
cast
I-
it at 3rd level.
She's
Yeah, do it at
obviously
3rd level.
hurting a little bit
50.
more than you need to cast that for.
Okay, so I get advantage. That's +5.
Advantage, a +5 to hit. Oh my god. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
19.
Yeah,
I
you
wish
hit.
it crit.
So it's not actually 35. That's 24.
Yeah, you hit.
So for damage, that is
She's fucking dead.
Yeah. She is dead. She's painted onto the ground like the shadows of the people that were just shattered.
Can I do what I normally do with my magic and like unwind her?
Unwind her.
Ooh, yeah,
Yes.
yes you can.
Unwind her. That is insane.
That's crazy. Does she feel pain or is she dead while you unwind her?
I need her to feel pain.
Part of me feels like she would just be unwound.
Magically unwound or like split
Like her-
apart and taken
kind of
away?
like her life essence returning to the weave is how I envision it.
Okay.
But also, it might be interesting for there to be a body to bury. That said, evidence is a thing.
If there is a
So-
body to bury, it'll be unwound, like you said.
It will be unrecognizable, actually.
Yes.
That's not quite what I meant.
It'll be a closed casket funeral.
Turn her into a ball of fleshy yarn, Matthew. Do it.
Her body fades into sparkly golden glitter that drifts off and fades away.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my action. That's my turn.
Okay.
And I
There
want
are
to
four
ask
more adversaries on the field.
I want to ask Jeremy if he's okay.
I'm fine. Thank you. That made that apology, or that me saying that made somebody really hungry, I guess.
Hmm?
I just heard. Oh. Anyways, is that going to be your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And then as Jeremy is saying, thank you. He is going to turn around and try to attack try to attack Theo. So and he's going to hit. Dealing 5 damage to Theo. Theo is very hurt right now. Very, very hurt right now. In fact, if you keep hurting him, then you may not be able to keep him alive like you want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tavern employee.
I feel like Jill would yell at Jeremy. Be like, no!
Jeremy, if you fucking kill him, I'll kill
alive.
you.
Are you saying that?
No, I'll say something else. I'm gonna say something else at the beginning of my turn.
Okay. This drugged up commoner is going to slide past the dazed cultist and do what she can to attack Sidra. And that's not going to hit. She misses with her attack. With her first attack, she gets the second one. Damn! You might have to get Sidra
No, she
up as
doesn't
well.
hit it. She doesn't hit it.
No,
that
she
don't hit.
hits. No, she
That don't
hits.
No, it doesn't.
Quite
So
frankly, the nat 20 does
Sidra-
not hit Sidra.
Sidra is immune to nat 20s.
and Sidra is hurting a lot.
Can I do
Sidra,
my
oh,
thing?
I forgot to tell you. Sidra's at 10 hit points because I tell you guys what
Okay.
your friendlies are at.
You were saying, Matthew?
Yeah, Matthew, what are you saying?
I wanted to try to reduce her damage.
Oh, you can, yeah,
decelerate?
go ahead.
So that is my reaction. And wow. Okay.
No damage. I don't feel like that's
So
any, I
she
feel like that's
actually,
zero
she
damage.
gains damage, or she gains health. No, you completely negate the damage that was done to Sidra.
Did you just say I completely negate the damn right?
The damn
No, the
right.
damage.
Damn right you
Maybe
do.
it sounded like that. But yeah, the drugged up tavern employee swings at Sidra, but you slow her. Were you using accelerate, decelerate?
like I did with Jill against Jill,
At
I
second level?
basically like yanked it out of the way.
Got it. Okay.
At second level, correct?
First level actually.
Okay. I thought decelerate was 1d6 at first level.
At first level, it's 2d6, and you add 1d6 for each level.
That's very good.
Okay.
But fourth level, you reduce it by 5d6.
Okay.
All right. And it's going to be Jill's turn.
No one touch Theo. I let me handle him. Okay? Talking to you mainly, Jeremy. Don't kill him. I
But-
have Jeremy.
He's a drug dealer.
You've been doing good up until this point. Do not hurt him. Unless he hurts you, don't hurt him. I need him for something. Anyway.
He looks over at Jeremy. Jeremy, do you see how he sort of looks like that soldier from the meme, like the 1,000-yard stare? Yeah, where he's just like staring at Jeremy, like, oh,
Theo.
oh god,
Oh god. Okay. Grandmama is an undead. I have one more second level spell slot.
Uh-huh.
I have advantage on Grandmama because she is getting attacked by 2 enemies. Gonna attack her. Use Divine Smite at second level and roll 3d8.
Okay.
An additional 2d8 from the fact it's 2d8 naturally, 1d8 from the upcast, and an additional 1d8 because she's an undead, and Divine Smite deals extra damage to fiends and undead.
Okay. Oh my god.
But I need to take a picture of this.
That's crazy.
That's 8d8!
And is that radiant damage?
That is radiant damage. So I'm already calculating for the fact that she's undead.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Also,
Wow.
don't forget your enlarge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, make sure don't forget about that. And you also remember you missed on one of those attacks, correct?
That doesn't count.
Oh,
That
okay. I was gonna say you can add the graze
that was
onto it.
No,
was
that was
advantage.
advantage. That was advantage.
Okay.
23 plus 36. 59 plus 8.
I think you just fucking kill her.
I did 67 damage. That's the cherry on top.
Okay. Tell me how you
Hold
want
on.
to do this.
Hold on. 23 plus 36 plus 8. Yep. I look at Grandmama and say, you'll just have to haunt me again some other time. Completely obliterate her. Just gone. Return to the hells. Go back down there.
Okay. Give me a second.
I got a little excited there, guys. That's genuinely insane. Rolling the highest and lowest you can roll.
That's extremely rare.
Yeah, that's why I took a picture. I'm like,
Is
this is
that okay? So which is funnier or cooler? Double nat ones on advantage, nat 1 and a nat 20 on advantage, double nat 20s on advantage, or a double nat 20 on disadvantage?
Well, a double
Double
nat
nat
20
20
on
on
disadvantage
disadvantage.
is.
Gotta be. Someone's done. I've seen someone do that in my previous campaign.
So You
and
strike.
it was in this game that I rolled two. I actually did roll double nat ones
Yeah.
with advantage.
All right, I need quiet.
Yeah, I saw someone roll double nat 20s with disadvantage, and oh my god, the game didn't go on for 5 fucking minutes.
I need quiet. So you turn, still the behemoth of a rabbit that you are, to Grandmama, and you look her dead in the eyes. All right. You swing your sword at Grandmama, and already with the damage that you do with the sword, you kill her. And then she tries to use undead fortitude, and the wound that the sword is still penetrating seems to heal just a little bit. And then your divine smite, so powerful and pure, completely shatters every ounce of life that this undead creature had, and she is annihilated, obliterated before being able to regain her 1 hit point from undead fortitude. You have entirely removed her from this realm. Grandmama's dead.
Amazing. And I still have one more attack left.
The only thing that's left is a cracked and hairy lollipop.
Awesome. Quick question. So say I was like, okay, I'm gonna reduce my icon just a bit so we can actually see. Would I be able to hit the cultist, the last remaining cultist, from here?
Um,
Or no?
what's your reach when you're enlarged?
I believe it's the same as. I think it's the same.
Why don't you just?
It may
No, I
be-
think it goes up to 10 feet. Let me go to enlarge, reduce.
I mean, Eden, you can take the damage from an opportunity attack.
I know. I just wanted to know.
Attains
Okay,
the
no, it does
maximum
not.
possible.
It does not, unfortunately. Okay.
But you also
What'd you say?
it doesn't say anything about reach
Yeah,
on
so
enlarge or reduce.
I'm gonna say it doesn't. I'll I'll walk on the table. I'm gonna assume it breaks. I want it to break because that'd be funny.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it breaks.
No, I wanted to do
I put my
something
foot. I
kind
put
of cool.
one
Oh, well,
foot.
Cullen wanted to break
on-
it.
Well, I didn't want to break it.
Oh,
I
Cullen.
wanted on my turn. I kind of wanted to. I wanted to grab her by the neck, run across the room, and throw her through the wall.
This
But
one?
now you're gonna end. Yes, you're gonna end the turn in my way. So-
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna end my turn in your way.
Okay.
She can
Knowing
duck.
that now, I won't.
She can duck.
Knowing that now, I won't. Okay, I'll take the opportunity attack from Mr. Three Fingers.
Okay.
No
I
fucking
I can take
way, bro.
I can take it. I can take that shit. You ain't
Uh,
nothing. You ain't nothing. Do it.
He's gonna hit you with
Let's
his
see.
longbow.
Pretty sure it's a
Question.
melee. It's a melee
Does it have to be melee?
weapon attack. I think it has to, unless specified.
Oh
through
wait,
a
yeah, it
feat
has to
or
be
a-
150 to
melee.
600 feet. You're right.
Yeah,
Interesting.
for his
Okay.
longbow.
How does
But that's without disadvantage.
Theo-
But the melee fucking opportunity attacks are always melee weapon attacks unless specified otherwise. The longbow, if it want the 150 to 600 range is the range it has to be used in for it to not be at disadvantage. So if it's less than 150, it's disadvantage, or if it's more than 600, it's at disadvantage.
Got it. Yeah.
Question. How does Theo operate a longbow? If he has a nub and
Difficulty.
3 fingers.
He has a
So
socket.
he has the 3 fingers that he holds the longbow with and can use to aim, and then his
He
nub
wraps his
is
arm
he
around.
wraps his nub around the bow and just pulls back.
Like with his elbow, it's in his elbow pit.
Oh, and I forgot to send you this. This is what Grandmama looked like when she was getting divine smited.
Yeah.
Divine smite from hell, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, for real, bro.
you sent her right back.
I sent her right back to fucking
Absolutely
hell. Fucking as Mephistopheles was like, "Get your bitch ass back here, bro."
Straight back to the deepest layer of hell, deepest ring.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna with my second attack hit the cultist. Advantage.
Why are you at
Okay,
advantage?
16. Sidra.
Are we counting that as flanking? If she's not opposite, like directly opposite.
Two people attacking the same creature would constitute as flanking.
All right.
I'd say at least.
I'll give you the fact that they're not directly next.
Isn't the? It's also dazed too.
It is dazed, so you would have advantage anyways.
Regardless, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then D4. 16 damage.
Also remember. Oh yeah.
And then I'll step back off the broken table. And end my turn.
Right, and it can't take any opportunity attacks because it's still dazed. It's going to be Sidra's turn, and because it is still dazed, she's going to attack with advantage. And she's going to hit.
She doesn't even need the advantage.
Well, there's always the chance for a crit.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then she gets advantage because she's using multi-attack. She gets advantage again for this next hit. Okay, so she hits twice. So one.
Sweet.
Dealing 5 damage and 7 damage. All right. And the cultist is bleeding out, very hurt, and could die by a breath, a little fart. Theo, after hearing that you had other plans for him, is going to do what he can to push past everybody and run away. It is up to you guys whether or not you want to make opportunity attacks.
Can I make a non-lethal opportunity attack?
Since I'm just in the doorway.
So would he be taking the
Can I just knock him out?
Then?
Yeah, he can take the disengage action to not take.
Oh yeah,
any
I guess
opportunity.
yeah, he disengages.
Otherwise, rules as written would specify that you can't pass through the space of an opponent.
Since I'm in the doorway, I just want to be just this like metal wall. I just kind of want
so he disengages.
The only person that could
he disengages and he tries running up there, and then walking or running through the doorway, slams into Yanny, looks up at you, absolutely horrified, runs the other way to where the crack in the wall is, and starts like looking at it, trying to get out. And he is not going to attack at all. It's going to be Torrin's turn. What?
Wait 1 second. 1, 2.
Oh wait, yeah. How many disengage?
He should
5,
do
10,
one
15,
away.
20, 25, 30. So he's right here.
Yeah, or if he went over the crush table here.
No, yeah. I'm
'Cause this-
gonna put him right here.
Okay,
That way
'cause, I mean,
if
this-
Cullen still wants to throw, he won't also die with that. Torin is going to 1, 2, 3, and then attack. Misses the first one.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no, it's with advantage still. So, let's see.
10 plus whatever.
Yeah, 10 plus whatever, and that will hit, and then that will hit. And he doesn't even need to take a second attack because the cultist is dead.
Sweet.
I'm just envisioning he's just like stabbing a corpse. It's just like he kills him with the first one. He's like,
I
"Not
mean,
dead yet."
they're already stunned.
Lucky.
He really took like a
Bro
lot
just
of
had a field
advantage.
day.
Yeah.
Like,
I just imagine he's going, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, while stabbing the corpse.
All right, and then Yanny, it is your turn. And my God, it looks
Oh.
so nice to have such a short turn order.
Oh my god.
I would like to change mine up a little bit. Actually, no, I don't want to kill Theo. But I don't want to give him an escape option either.
I can guarantee you he's not as fast as the rabbit.
That's true. So I'd like to do my cool ass thing. And actually, if you'll allow me, I'd like to do the thing, but I want to run through the table. I don't want to just
Yeah.
run on it.
Yeah,
I want to
sure.
run
Beautiful.
through the table. I
The
just
only
wanna
thing
go
I
up-
gotta make you do is roll to hit.
Grapple
Alright.
attack.
What do you want me to roll for that?
I guess if
Your
you're
standard hit
grappling,
bonus.
then we're gonna do opposed dex or strength checks.
It will be strength.
Oh no. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Beautiful.
Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby right
Literally.
here.
That was what happened. That was grandma versus me, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just start. I watch Theo run to the back, and then I lock eyes with this absolutely zooted tavern worker, and then I just start sprinting at her. I
Boom,
grab her
boom,
by the
boom,
neck,
boom, boom, boom,
yeah,
boom,
and I
boom.
just run through the table, and I just throw her through the wall. I just absolutely chuck her.
Yeah, she's dead.
Fucking gone.
It
That
is
would be a
now.
great opportunity to do your little modular thing.
My what?
You're the connecting of
Oh,
your,
that's shoot. You're so right.
your
See if I
maps.
can do that. Boom! Look at that.
Oh
Look
yeah.
at that.
Well, put it up a little bit. Or unless it's lined up for
Oh,
you.
that's right. Yeah. It's sort of like this. Well, this is also.
Yeah.
It's like. It's more like
You gotta put it
this.
at the same scale. There you go.
There
Yeah.
we go.
And then
Boom!
there you
Oh,
go.
and
Boom!
the corpse lands in the water.
Her corpse
too.
lands in the water. Yes, it does.
Dude, that corpse is gonna be gone by morning. With how
God,
much
I'm
bacteria
so
and
glad that
rats.
modular thing worked out as I wanted it to. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Yeah, her corpse lands straight into the sewage. And more rubble falls on top of the rubble pile, covering her. Not like the rubble from the broken wall.
Yeah.
Whoops. God. There we go. And then are you going to The way that I imagined it was you locked eyes with Theo as you ran like right past him.
Oh yeah, no, I landed like kind of right here.
That
I'm
means
envisioning, and then I want to use after I throw it, just kind of step a little in front of him, using my last 5 meters of movement to be like, "Don't you think about it."
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
yo, Theo has to be terrified.
Yeah.
He's
So I'm going to end combat, all right?
it makes complete sense.
We are now in roleplay. Theo, seeing you hurl this woman through the wall. Theo, after watching as he struck Jeremy with his heaviest attack and he still got back up. Theo, after watching as he struck Jill with his heaviest attack and her hardly feeling a thing. Theo, as he watched all of his friends, his mafia friends and family die, crumple, get exploded, get torn into shreds around him. Theo hurls himself backwards, terrified. He goes, "Please, please don't do this to me. Please, I beg of you. I beg of you."
Still extremely
We just
still large.
traumatized this man.
Still enlarged.
I'll start praying. I promise.
Still
like a
enlarged.
machine the same ever again. Not even a warforged. She'll see like a cog. It'll be like
The wine spills over onto his feather coat and his clothes, drenching him in red as the contents of other barrels spill out while he breaks them, trying to stumble back.
Does he gain +1 stickiness?
Fucking sure. Yeah, he does.
He is still enlarged from.
Matthew, do you want me to move your token up?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I feel like Matthew never moved.
No,
combat.
Matthew was kind of a
Beautiful.
goat in that corner. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
No, he was playing some pretty major damage reduction.
Yeah, I really didn't really move until I threw through a fucking wall. So,
Like I said,
dude, I was going on a rampage, guys. I don't know. I get right in front of him. Each step I have,
You guys are like
heavy.
you guys are like the Avengers circling Loki or like around Loki.
I want to grab him. Oh wait, is Zone of Truth a first or second level spell? Ah, fuck, it's a second level spell. Shit.
You're not in combat. You can short rest if you want. I mean, if
No,
you want to tie him up in short rest.
Yeah. I don't gain spell slots until long rest, so that's 8 hours, and I don't really want to spend a night down here. We might have to though. Actually, if anywhere here, if anywhere here, yeah. Also, Yanny, Cullen, you don't have to sleep. You're a robot. I want to tie him up. I'm gonna
have a rope?
Probably, yeah.
Can I use a plot device?
Yes, you can.
Plot device.
This is the second time you used a plot device for a rope.
I will use. I still have 2. I still have 3 divine 3 first level spell slots because I use one for Shield of Faith and then 2 of my 2 second levels for Divine Smites.
I like how we're saying that Yanny is still concentrating on making you big.
Well, it's one second. Enlarge lasts.
Do you want your aura-filled moment to be big? So I can continue concentrating.
No, because it's even funnier that my aura full moment is small. I get up to him.
As you're stepping towards him, I stop concentrating on it.
And his eyes are still closed when I get up to him. He hears the stopping of the thumping, and then he opens his eyes and sees me. He's fucking on the ground. I'm looming over him, and so I say to him, "We have a few questions for you." But first, we're gonna take a nap, and Yanny over here is going to tie you up and watch you for the night. So, You better start thinking about how you can explain everything. Who has taken damage?
Everybody.
I know I have, so everyone's taken.
Everybody here is hurt.
Okay, so
I'm only a little
what-
hurt. Matthew
Yeah,
healed me
Cullen,
for
how much health
9,
do you have?
so I'm at 31. So
And your max is
I'm
44?
still yes.
So
Matthew, how much health do you have? What's your health right now?
Well, let's see. Combat lasted for 3 turns up until this point, which means
I still have.
technically,
I'm still
if
big.
you would let me rule it that way, Barrett, then if you would
Roll
rule
what?
it that way, my aura vitality would still have 7 more turns left in it, which means 7
Yeah,
more
true.
uses.
Yeah.
7 more use. Yeah, 100%.
So what does it do?
Each use I can restore 2d6 hit points to one creature in it.
Okay.
So I guess starting with whoever.
Who's
Seven
the
more
lowest?
uses we've got.
We have 6 people here.
Sidra, Torin. Sidra's at 15. Torin's at 23. Jeremy is at 10.
I'm at 50. No, wait, no, I'm not.
How
I'm
close is
Also-
Theo to Dad?
Theo, I can tell you now, Theo has 5 health, and he started at 35.
Healing a
Jeremy
little.
putting in the work.
Okay,
Jeremy's
so
doing a
I'll just restore 1d6 to everyone, or 2d6
Okay, yeah.
to everyone.
Yeah, that
So
works. I mean, yeah, I attacked Thea once, all combat. So it wasn't just Jeremy was putting it. I did like 17 damage to him, so I did like half his health off rip.
And Jeremy
did what he could. Jeremy did what he
Jeremy
could.
did what he could. Yo, I'll take that. What is that? 8?
8.
Does it gain any?
I was gonna start with from left to right.
Okay.
So
No, I didn't know if you were just going for 8 for everybody, but yeah, do what you will. Do what you want, do what you will.
So we got 8 to the. What is her name?
Sidra.
Sidra. 8 to Sidra. 9 to Torin.
Dude, every time you say Sidra, I can't think of anything else
Who's
other
that for?
than Brawlhalla,
8.
bro.
That would be for me. 8 for me.
Okay. Watch me get 2.
Let me make. Try to. Let me. Let's see. 1. 8. Heal.
Was that while we're doing this, was that a good combat?
That was
Yes.
great. I like
Sweet.
100%. That was
I'm very
great.
glad.
Because you could have made everyone a lot tankier and just dragged it on.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
my
I
Grandma
appreciate
goal
you
my
not
goal
doing
was
that.
to make
Grandma-
everybody pretty even in like they didn't have even HP,
Yeah,
but they
it didn't-
had
it didn't
high
really
enough
feel-
HP, so it wasn't like they were just goons and a big guy. They were all
Yeah.
it was like a head meeting sort of. So all of
Yeah,
them
it didn't
were
really-
somewhat beefy, but obviously you guys being
Except for
you
me, Matthew.
guys are stronger than most of them. So
Yeah, it didn't really feel. I mean, after the explanation, she was basically like a demon from hell. It made a little bit more sense, but
oh, the grandma,
Yeah.
yeah.
the grandma.
She was
Well,
It was
scary.
the only one that.
Because so I looked it up and I saw that I'll tell you I used an ogre zombie stat for her because the regular zombie was just way too frail and I wanted it to be funny that she was pretty powerful, but also I needed somebody that was a little bit more powerful in the combat to give you guys a little bit harder for time. So
Yeah, but still, she got fucking like 2-shot by
yes,
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, you hitting a crit on her was nuts.
cherry
While
cherry on
casting divine smite and her being undead.
That was the cherry on
no,
top,
it was
yeah.
over. It was over. And regardless of if she was undead or a fiend, because she should have been technically she should have been classified as a fiend because she's from the hells. I still would have gotten that plus 1d8 because fiends and undead take 1d8 extra damage from divine smite.
She's both. She's an undead and a
She's
fiend.
both. Fiend
What
Should I have done an extra-
2d8?
Nah, I mean I would do that, but because real cool. But it wouldn't.
She was already
wanna
dead.
argue.
She was already dead.
She was
Yeah.
fucking dead. She was dead from the beginning.
No,
Anyway,
screw undead, bro. She's re-dead, bro.
Max,
So-
I'll take that 9 that second 9 damage, the 4th total roll.
So
health.
Jill restores 9.
Then Jeremy and I
Three Finger
heal 8.
restores 8. Yanny restores 9, and Jeremy restores 8.
I'll use. So, what are you at, Matthew?
30. Let's see, what's this 35?
Okay.
The other.
I'm gonna use. Well, he figured this out. I'm gonna use one of my last 3. I'm gonna use one of my spell slots, first level spell slots, to heal myself with Cure Wounds. I know. I mean, I'm just doing it. I know we're gonna long rest and I'll regain everything. So I mean, but just in case, you never know. Plus my spellcasting modifier, which is Charisma, so 2d8 plus 2d8 plus 3, I mean plus 2. Right? What's my spell mod? Yeah, plus 2. Just had to make sure.
So, just making sure when I'm resting, I'm still aware of my surroundings and such, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
So
you're.
I can still get the benefits of long resting and still watch Theo.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'll also use my second wind charge.
If you're long resting, why are you doing all this? You're gonna heal it back anyways.
Just in case. You never know what Barrett has up his sleeve.
Might as well do it, because the thing is, even though he's expending all of this stuff, when you long rest,
I'll
you're going to
regain
get it back. So what
Oh,
he's
that's true.
doing is ensuring that if you get ambushed in the night or something like that, or
do
if
it
you
again.
are unable to get a long rest because you do something before you long rest and you somehow get into another combat encounter, he is as fully stocked and ready as he can be, or as she can be, before any of that happens.
Yeah. No more second wind charges. I'm back up to 81 health. I'm ready to go if something attacks me. So I still have 2 slots for Divine Smite. So I got my damage options.
All right.
I'm good to long. I'm good to long
And
rest. He's tied up.
this all happened while you were walking up to him?
Yeah, I'm like healing myself. I'm like casting spells, freaking him out, making him look like making it look like I'm powering myself up. And then I say, "All right, we're going to tie you up, take a nap. Yanny's going to watch over you, and in the morning, you're gonna have some questions to answer."
Guys, I'm sorry, but can we drag the bodies out before we sleep in here? I also have
You
some
know
stuff
what?
I need to get.
So you know what, Theo? I kind of
No,
forgot about the bodies.
that was Jeremy saying
Jeremy?
that.
My bad. Never mind. For you, Jeremy, yeah. Yeah.
Thanks. Could somebody help me go get my stuff?
I'll help you. I go with him to get his stuff.
While it's you tied
Show
up.
me where.
You tied up, Theo.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. And then the rest of you are going to be dragging out the bodies while they go retrieve the stuff.
Yes.
I want to ask if. Why do I still not have their names down? Torin and
Torin,
Sidra.
Sidra.
Sidra. I want to check on them, ask if they're okay. I don't know. I haven't decided if I, as a player, want to freak them out by using their names.
Right, because why would you know, right?
Just call him Piss Boat.
Piss boat.
I want to. How did you know? Like, that's
Call him
more
Piss Boat, call him
intimate
Piss
than knowing their names.
Yeah, right.
Call him Piss boat. Wait, no, you'll have to call them by their names and then explain how you know their names.
That's what I was
Which-
gonna do.
It's also
But-
interesting because one of them knew Yanny's name back in the reset before this one somehow.
Well, I want to ask. It's been a long combat. I, as a player, want to mess with them, but Arlo just isn't thinking for a little bit, and he refers to them by name and asks if they're all right.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm alright as long as as long as Torin doesn't piss in our sleeping bags.
And that, again, the surprised laughter, but the way he chuckles at it is a little too familiar.
Well, yeah, and I want to
How did
turn
you know
back
our
and glance.
names?
Like, oh,
And then that's when the you know the vine where it's like, someone had a problem has been killed. Now calm down, we don't want to panic at the disco. And then the
Yeah.
eyes just go wide. It's like he just sighs and squeezes his temples, and it's like it's a long story.
Do we know you from somewhere?
Technically, yes.
Technically.
yeah.
Well, I think it's in order that we introduce ourselves at least a little bit informally, despite somehow knowing you already. We're here as spies. We were told to go down to the Deerstalker Tavern, but when we got there, we heard that the moss was missing. So, when we were talking to the employees, they told us where to go, and that's how we ended up here. But we're not with the mafia. We're from the north.
Yeah, and this guy made a little mess of the boat, didn't he?
Did you even have time to tell them that? You just tell everybody, don't you? I didn't. No, I didn't tell them that. I promise I didn't tell them. I don't know how they know that. You just look like the type of person to piss in a boat.
Yeah, and I want to stand up and glance over, and I want to say, "Hey, at least it's a short walk." I point to the sewage water. It's like no need to go in the sleeping bags. Convenient access.
I don't know. I think I heard the sewage water talking to me.
No, that's just the voices. I don't say that. I don't. Say that.
Anyways, you guys go get the guard stuff. We'll see what we can do about these bodies.
I want to already be using my mage hand to indirectly start flinging smaller body parts into the water.
Into the
just
sewage
like
water.
cut half body.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
wait, can I also cast Mage Hand? And I want to have them do the cleanest dap ever. Both
The
Arlo and
hands.
mine.
Oh wait, the mage hands.
The Mage Hands. It echoes in the room.
Okay. You guys are doing that. I'm gonna have. Oh my gosh.
Wrong layer.
Hang on. I just didn't mean to grab it. Is there a way I can lock this?
Lock what? If it's on the
Oh, come on.
background layer, just lock the background layer.
No, it's on drawings.
You should make it on a different layer.
Should I? Okay,
completely.
I'll do that. Hang on.
Yep. Make a new make an entirely new layer, put it under everything, either above or below the regular background layer, and then lock that one as well. It just becomes or
fine.
you can add it to the background layer and then just have the background layer be locked.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oh, that doesn't really look good. Okay. All right. So, you guys are cleaning up. I'm gonna go to Jeremy and Jill. Jeremy's gonna say, I think I recognize the space outside of the wall. I think I've been through there before.
Yeah, what about was that where the large rat attacked you?
No. It's. I think it's very close to where my stuff is actually.
That's great. We don't have to walk that far.
No, we shouldn't have to.
Yeah, just lead the way, and I'll
Yeah,
follow.
of
I
course, of
guess
course.
I
He
can more
takes
or less protect you from anything in here.
takes a step out there. And then let's see how well this works. It might not work out too well for me.
I like that. That's good. Lines up pretty well.
There we go.
I'd say that's fine. Yeah.
Damn, that works perfectly. Shoot, I'm super glad about that. That's working like that. The only issue is the layering, I suppose,
Yeah,
but
that's
that's fine. And then yeah, this just the problem is that this map right here was made before I figured out how to make all that stuff line up.
Modularize it.
So just imagine that that it does line up how it should. And then the hang on. The corner right here would go to this stairway. And then this corner goes to this stairway. And then
Yes.
if I move this as well, you can see that it's sort of supposed to be closer to
Like that. Like that in size.
like that. Actually, I guess that works out.
That works. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that works perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that
It's
works fucking perfectly.
so the walls are the only things that are a little bit different. But yeah, okay, I actually
Oh, really?
estimated that pretty well. Sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's supposed to look like that.
How's Matthew feeling at this current time?
I do have to get up early tomorrow, so
I just
if
wanted
we
to.
can't, when we wrap up this
Yeah.
scene, maybe enter the long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
We'll finish
that's
with
what
the
we were
long rest.
planning.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I think
right.
that might have been what we were planning.
So Jeremy walks you down over here. And
It's a lot of stuff.
yes. There aren't as many rats, but there are still like a few that are supposed to be there on the map, and cockroaches, and all that stuff. And I didn't detail these too much. I just wanted to get the main baseline of them out. But yeah, he brings you over to his stuff over here. And in the distance, you can see that circular room there. It's a little bit different than the other rooms you have seen. But that's not what you're there for.
What the room over here?
Yep. And he starts to pack up his stuff. And while he does that, I'm gonna go over to Yanny, Arlo, and Torin and Sidra. While you guys are cleaning up, you said you were gonna toss body parts out into the sewage water.
Yeah.
Where else are we going to put them?
Fair enough.
Drunk human.
You guys are tossing body parts into there, and if you would give me just a moment.
You can make the giant rat appear.
So
Sorry,
Where'd Barrett go? Did
just
he
one
die?
second. No, just hang on, just 1 second.
Yeah.
Very very just I'll replace this image soon. But
Big old fish.
as you are gathering this
Green.
stuff, you hear whoosh. And
It's
when
a
you
fucking
go,
Greenland shark.
oh what?
That's a Greenland shark.
Yeah, well, I looked up green shark. So, as you check it out, you see a shark hop up the sewage
salmon.
falls as it and there's like blood spilling out over the falls. It's following the scent of the blood. And Jeremy just barely finishes packing his stuff up. He goes, "Oh, what was that? What was that?"
So, Jeremy, how long have you been in the sewers?
Like a day now?
Was the rat the only thing you saw?
So far, yes.
Okay, so there's a shark in here too somewhere.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there's a shark.
Yeah, and it just passed us. I think it's attracted to the copious amounts of blood that are now falling down the sewers.
He peeks out over the
It's
wall, and he sees like legs and arms and a stream of blood fill the sewage water.
So I went and it jumped up the falls like a salmon, and I think it's at the dumping site for the bodies. So be careful. Don't fall in. You'll probably die and contract copious a plethora of different diseases if you don't die. So don't fall in.
Oh gosh. Oh, okay.
Also, you know what, Jamie? I don't know how many times you've heard this in your life. Probably not a lot, actually. But good job. You did a good job today.
What does that mean?
Gross complimenting and still had to get a dig in. Like,
You did a good job today, Jamie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You
He's like visibly scared because he feels like you're gonna do something to him.
No, Jeremy, did you need help with packing this stuff up or carrying it?
Says, no, I got it. And he starts walking,
Okay.
and then he trips and falls. He doesn't
into the
fall. He
water?
doesn't fall into the water, but he falls right next to it. And he goes, "Oh god, oh gosh!" And he stumbles back. Yeah, I could use some help.
Give me the stuff, Jeremy.
Okay, here you go.
All right, I put the backpack and I'm holding the stuff. Put the backpack on, holding the stuff. Let's go see what the shark is doing now. I'm getting tired. I'm exhausted. Let's go. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, nom, nom. Follow me,
Alright.
Jamie.
He readies his guard with his spear up. And you guys see the shark that is seriously too big for the sewers, feasting on all the blood. You guys also see this, Arlo and Yanny. You guys see this, as limbs are being flown everywhere as he enjoys a meal. And then sorry, he dives back into the quote-unquote depths of the sewers, but you guys can still see him, and he is looking directly at the party.
and I
Get back inside before it jumps out at us.
want to walk not super close to the edge, but as it looks at me, I
Jeremy,
want
where are you going?
to get ready to do shocking grasp. I want to plunge both of my sparking hands into the water.
Can I grab Jeremy's arm before he starts walking off?
He's already gone.
Running off. Well, I wanted to do it before he did that.
Oh, you're just he tried turning away secretively, and you just grabbed his arm.
Yeah, I with my fucking I sense him trying to go like walk away. I see him out at like the corner of my eye or something, and just go, Jeremy, no, you're gonna be fine.
It's huge.
You're gonna be fine. Go inside. Go inside.
You're gonna have to make me.
I drag him inside with me.
No, don't get. He runs to the corner.
I want to check. Quick, last thing last thing I want to do before we long rest. I want to check what's inside this chest.
Okay. I'm gonna let Yanny do his shocking grasp
Yeah.
first.
I'd like to shock.
I need
the water.
you to roll to hit at advantage.
Is that just D20?
Yeah.
It's a spell attack roll, so 1d20 plus your spell
be-
attack modifier.
All right, so D20 plus 3.
What's your
You said this is at advantage?
wait, what's your you're a wizard, right?
Yeah.
What's your intelligence mod? What's your intelligence?
I want to say plus 6.
No, as in like what is your intelligence stat?
It is
Like
16.
16. Okay. Because I was like, I could have sworn you had an 18 in intelligence for some reason.
No. Close,
Okay.
but not quite. Alright. Oh, I accidentally got rid of the chat. I'm not locked in. So it's a D20 plus 3 at advantage. No, not plus a D12.
Okay. And then you're electrocuting water, so I'm gonna count it as an automatic crit. Roll double damage. And what are you casting this at?
It's a
a
cantrip.
cantrip.
Oh, a cantrip. Okay.
I forget what I roll. I want to say it's a 1d8.
1 second.
Fucking
Yeah, it's
grass.
1d8. What it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shocking grasp and then vulnerability. See the difference between.
Wait, can I roll again to crit?
You already are critting.
No. So
Oh,
I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I
never
just want to
mind.
explain. I just want to explain the difference between vulnerability and critting. Vulnerability. So critting an attack roll means you roll double the amount of dice, right?
Mhm.
Vulnerability is different. They're both considered double damage by a lot of people, but vulnerability just means you multiply damage by 2. So, for instance, if the grandma was vulnerable to radiant damage and I crit, it would be 8d8. Roll the damage, multiply the damage by 2.
Okay. It's not vulnerable to electricity, but because it's in water, it is going to
You're
crit
going to
him.
treat it as a crit. Okay, I just wanted to. I didn't know if you knew that.
I did not,
But
but yeah,
it-
same thing still
and the
applies.
damage increases by 1d8 when I reach 5th level.
And you are
And
fifth.
so
Fun.
it would be 2d8, but since I'm critting, it will now be 4d8.
Plus your modifier, if you have a modifier.
Yeah,
So
plus 3.
alright. So
Can
yeah.
you, also quick, just wondering, why is the shark that's in water not vulnerable to electricity?
Well, you'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
And it'll be +3.
It's an electric shark. Nice.
You did 26 damage to it.
Yes.
Uh,
Assuming that doesn't kill it, but
the shark fritzes out and then takes a few limbs to go and swims back hastily down where it came from.
These are some dangerous fucking sewers, man. Shit.
yeah.
Holy fuck.
Wait, why does Jeremy already have a better spear down there?
It's ignore that.
Bro's
Imagine he
kitted
has.
out down there.
Yeah,
Ignore
I
that.
have all of
It's
his
just.
shit.
It's just there for decoration. He doesn't really
I'll
have
block
all
it
that.
off.
The only thing that you should pay attention to what he has is like his stovetop, his canteen, and his backpack and the bedroll. But that stuff is
Okay.
just like a fighter's bedroll that I found in Incarnate.
Okay.
Why is there a? What are you doing? Okay. Before.
So yeah, I want to walk in.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to walk in. I want to just look across the room and say, "Well, I didn't kill it, but the shark's gone."
Shark. There's a shark.
Oh yeah. Yeah, these two knew. But yeah, there's a shark in the water. We kind of attracted it by throwing.
It's Theo. He's the only one that wasn't able to see out there.
Yeah. Well, there was a shark. Yeah, when we were cleaning up in here, all the blood and the limbs attracted the shark. But I just shocked the water. And as I say that, I want to kind of not like recast it, but like have my hands
Yeah, I got
spark.
You snap
And,
your
like, I
fingers
kinda
and a little
shocked the
sparkle comes
water.
out.
Yeah. And
I'm gonna start
it's
calling
gone
you Twinkle
now.
Fingers.
And then do you say that in character?
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling
And
you
I-
Twinkle Fingers now because of that.
And I want to turn. I like quickest like head turn towards you. I just look at you and like, you better not.
Whatever you say, Twinkle Fingers.
All right.
And
so
then I
can
get-
you
I-
fuck you attack Jill.
I'd still somehow survive it.
But
Actually, I would. Like, unironically, I would.
you would not survive thousands of damage.
Channel Divinity.
Hey
I
guys,
can.
Can you open up that chest,
Anyway.
Alright.
please?
Well, I'm waiting on you.
All right.
I'm
Moving on.
Waiting on me.
I
I
just
was waiting for
say-
you guys to finish.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
glance at Jill, just kind of give you this look like, don't you do it, bro. And I look back over at Theo, and I'm like, well, nothing else for us to do but power down. I kind of just stand in front of Theo like a sleep paralysis demon.
Your eyes darken, but he can definitely see that there's still a glow in there.
Yeah.
All right. You gonna open up that chest?
Yeah.
It is already unlocked.
Weird.
When you open it, you find deeds, delivery dates, addresses. You find 10 gold and and a few more papers that look like they could be important to the mafia.
So I see deeds, gold, addresses, important papers.
Yep.
Sweet. Put him in my satchel.
Anything
Put 'em
else
in
you
my
guys want to do?
inventory.
I want to have been using prestidigitation to clean up the bloodstains.
Okay, good, good.
With I have my coat collar like in front of my nose.
Actually, before I power down, I want to check what's in these chests and just look, point out just all the gold just sitting here.
Are you gonna say anything?
I probably want to check this. I say, hey guys, we're loaded, and
How do you? Well, as I'm sifting through the chest and I hear him say that, I say, how do you figure, Yanny?
and I just want to say, look at me for a second, Jill, and I motion to the heaping, just massive bags, and I don't know if that's like a pot or something,
Yeah.
just of gold. I'm
You
like,
know what, Yanny?
we
You
have
know,
a lot of that coin, bro.
you're not right frequently, but by gods, if you aren't right now,
So we're kind of set,
we're fucking loaded.
and I would also like to see what's inside this chest, the small chest right here.
That one is locked. If you want
And
to
I
see
try to break the lock off of it.
yes, you can.
Let it be.
It falls off. And let's see. I had a plan for what was going to be in there.
Pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb.
I just
Boom.
blow up.
Yeah,
It's
there could be a
actually
pipe bomb in there. Sure.
Now,
You
fun fact.
a couple of explosives.
I was kidding.
No.
I'm
You find 3 smoke powder bombs. No, 2 smoke powder bombs, and what are some other fun things?
Smoke powder recipe would be cool.
Well, with that you would gain the smoke powder recipe, just because.
I mean, I guess.
And then what are say you find a potion of speed?
Scroll of fireball.
No, why would he need that?
Because it'd be funny.
You find a potion of speed, a potion of invisibility, and a potion
Fireball.
and a scroll of a charm person.
Well, I was thinking like this was a.
I already have charm person, but
Well, it's a scroll of charm person, meaning it's a free cast of charm person.
Yeah.
As long as it's in one of our spell casting lists, which I believe for you and me, it is.
I'm pretty sure you can just
prepared right now. Like
Cullen. It means you can just cast it
without using a spell
I
for
know.
free.
But no,
Okay.
I
Also,
was
I'm
just
pretty-
meaning
I don't-
I have it like it's in my spell list. Like
If it's as long as the spell scroll has a spell that a wizard can normally cast, whether you have learned it or not.
okay.
I thought simply just have it. I thought you could just know. Like I didn't think you had to know the spell to cast the spell if you have a scroll.
That's what I was gonna
No.
say. DM
That's what I'm
discretion.
thinking.
DM
No,
discretion.
I
I'm
was
gonna
just
say
pointing out
Because that ruins the entire purpose of that
Right.
defeats the entire purpose of scrolls.
I'm gonna say
so what I'm
that you just have it, and it works if you have it.
Regardless.
Alright.
Anyway, you were saying
But what
Cullen?
I'm meaning is that it's in my spell list because I know I already have it. Like it's in my spell list and I have it
Yeah.
prepared.
So give it to somebody
but-
else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it like none of this stuff
Or
is
I could
like,
just
weird.
hold on to it and I just have charm person forever.
And you could also sell it.
I can
Yeah, I mean scrolls
that
don't
too.
scrolls get used up after one use. They
Oh.
lose their magic, and they lose their magic, their like magic magical innateness
Alright.
after use. So
Well, I might just sell it.
they're powerful because it's a free cast, but they're not because
It's just the one cast.
it's the one. Yeah, but it's like it's a free cast of any spell that you can write down, which is every spell. Granted, certain spells are much harder to transcribe onto paper than others.
Mhm.
Like Hold Person is not that hard of a spell to transcribe, but something like Power Word Kill would be damn near impossible. Also, that potion of speed, that's a pretty nice. That's pretty good. Anyway.
So yeah, it was 2 smoke
Long-
bombs, a potion of speed, and a scroll of charm
And a-
person,
And a potion of invisibility.
and a potion of
Yeah,
invisibility.
and those are smoke powder bombs.
Smoke powder
bombs.
And one more question. Can I use potions?
You jump them on yourself. I would say that
Yeah.
works. I would want that to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can see I'd be fine with it if it says no, you're a robot. But also, if I could use potions, I'd love that. So, okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason for everything.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to do before your long rest?
I would also like to investigate the 3 big chests. I'd like to wedge myself, like just step over. Are all 3 of these locked?
Yes, and they're very hard to open.
Let's do that in the morning.
Can I? Okay. No, actually, I want to wake up before everyone, and I want to use knock on one of the locks.
That's actually pretty funny. No, that's pretty funny.
It's like the movies when the terrorist or whatever fires the gun to wake everyone up.
Yeah.
Boom.
Bang.
So yeah, I'll look at them and I'll be like, "No, that's a tomorrow issue." Well, actually, I'm not tired, but I'm like, no, people need to sleep. I'll assume my post of the sleep paralysis demon.
All right. Arlo, anything else?
I mean, while we're getting ready to rest, I might try to explain to those 2.
A little bedtime story.
What's happening?
Yeah. Like, don't worry, I'm not a pervert.
Well,
There's a good reason why I know who you 2 are.
You can say that this is a conversation you were having while you were tossing bodies out.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
So what exactly do you tell him? You just want to tell him like the story of what's been happening?
Yeah, tell the gist of the loops. So we're trying our best not to mess things up this time.
So we have interacted before, just not in the way that we could have possibly thought. That's kind of scary. What do you know? Do you know if you have any way to stop it?
I guess he would look a little sad as he kind of purses lips in kind of an understanding way, kind of like Joey does, and just like, not yet, but
And did you tell them about Gorm and the Noir?
I think that's something that he's still trying to process himself, so I don't think he would mention that.
Okay.
But he would say that we better find a way through it because we've got bigger fish to fry.
Bigger than this.
Above all of our pay grades, kids.
Like
Well, yeah, because they've been down here, so they don't have any. They don't know
frame
about
of
like
reference for
the tree.
anything.
Yeah, they
Like-
didn't see Noir. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, they do because the bartender.
Oh, right,
guy-
that's still going on the surface, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we're like
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
fucking
the
intricate.
cook came in to tell them about it, and then their conversation got cut short. So they heard about the Noir stuff up top, but they haven't seen it for themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess at that point it'd be kind of like a. I don't use the word on principle, but we're in deep shit is definitely fitting for that.
I wanna hear I hear Arlo censor himself by saying shiz and say you are an adult, Arlo. We're all adults here. We're in some
Yeah, say it
deep
with your chest.
shit.
Yanny,
emphasize.
please chime in and say no. The deep shit is in the sewers, or wait, or say something like, "Oh yeah, I already knew that. We're in the sewer."
Yeah, like I want to look. I want to like cock my head a little bit. Look at Joe. Like, no, the deep shit's over there.
Yes,
point towards the
yes, that's
water.
perfect.
20 Sparklefinger's fucking shut down for the night.
Yeah, and I want like my
Log off.
eyebrows to get kind of mad. I'm just like,
Mm.
and I just
I'm
wanna
gonna
look
need you to
at it,
log
like,
off for me.
How long is this gonna go? How long is this gonna go on for?
What, Sparkle Fingers?
Yeah.
Are you saying that in character?
Yeah. Mm.
It might be your new nickname, Yanny. I can't lie. It's really funny.
And I'm like, I can't fight this. I don't say that, but just in my head, I'm like, I can't fight this. And then I turn back around to Theo.
I'll brush it under the rug. Sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we'll sweep it under the rug until tomorrow. And I turn back around to Theo, look at him. I'm just staring at him as my eyes go dark. Like my head is like tilted down towards him. Like it's not like dropped, it's just I'm looking straight at him, but my eyes are dark.
All right. I think with that, everybody's got their bedroll set out, and we're gonna have you guys
Long rest.
fall asleep. Are you gonna have
Before I
anybody
fall asleep,
be on watch
can I?
other than just Yanny being powered down, or?
I'll stay up a little bit. In doing so, can I study the ancient history book that I have
Oh, yes, you can.
that I got in like session fucking 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be next to the chest. I'll have my bedroll. I'm like propped up against the wall, just reading through it, annotating.
I'll let you
marking
know.
pages.
I'll let you know what you figure out in the next session.
All
Just
right,
remind
sweet.
me about
Or
it.
you can just like, or you could text me about it.
I could, but the
You should do
viewers. I'll text you that, and then I'll go over it in the recap.
in the next section. Yes.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have you guys fall asleep, but I'm not gonna have you wake up just yet. We'll have that happen next session.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Sleepy.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're still here, and like the video, please. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Say goodbye, guys.
Bye, audience.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.